Comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. Hey sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way.
Don't buy the dude, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Good evening and welcome to Center Grove High School for tonight's boys basketball matchup between the Center Grove Trojans and the Fishers Tigers. We have both the JV broadcast this evening and the varsity broadcast. We'll be talking a lot about those coming up here in a moment. But to begin with, we do want to thank our Center Grove Hardwood Club sponsors, IU Health, Kopetsky Auto Wash, Blake Hornsby at True Point Financial Advisors, Mark Linder Team at Century 21, Day One Promotions, Ray Skillman Automotive Group, Tried and True Ale House, The Driving Academy, Blighty Law, Milestone Performance Academy, and The Dugout. Big thank you to all those sponsors who helped to make this possible on Inside the Lines Media Network. And we do want to do a special thank you as well to our free stream sponsors tonight, Kopetsky Auto Wash and EXO by Sophia. So much anticipated night here in the Vandermeer Gym, in particular, coming up here in about an hour and a half with Trace Jackson Davis and the jersey retirement ceremony. But we've got a JV game to enjoy and talk about first. Coach Chris Clark.
Say which one are you referring
to? We might as well start that out. I'm Adam Ross, and alongside of me are the coach Chris Wood and Chris Clark. So, Coach, we all know about Fisher's varsity team and how explosive they are. What kind of a program is Fisher's developing here with the JV team, and what can we expect to see in just a little while?
You're going to see a really good team that's part of a really good, strong program right now, all the way down in their middle school system, all the way up through. It's just a very strong team fundamentally. They're able to attract some athletes as openings are there to school. for transfers as possible, just because of the success they've had these last few years. And when you talk about players like Jason Gardner Jr. being on the varsity team, the varsity team is number 1 in the state for a reason and ranked 18th in the country. Yeah. So very strong team. JV is going to be strong as well. It's going to be interesting to see, honestly, how the Trojans tonight, both in this JV and the varsity game, control that speed and just the fluidity of their offense, because this is going to be the strongest team I think they've played all year.
And Chris, looking at the Center Grove side tonight, what do the Trojans need to do to stay competitive out here in this JV game and just be able to walk away with some positives at the end of the night?
Well, the first thing is to have confidence in what you do, right? Obviously, Coach Hahn and the entire program for Center Grove has worked on a lot of things, and we're into February at this point, mid-February. We're getting closer to the end of the season, and we want to make sure that we're focused on the things we're good at and try to get off to a strong start. If you let Fisher start fast, get down 10-2, 14-3 or something at the start, it's just going to be really difficult to come back, because Fisher's, even the JV team, is not going to turn the ball over a ton.
One thing I'm looking forward to seeing is the battle between the sizes. So Fisher's definitely has a little more size with their big men. They've got a couple guys at 6'8", 6'5", 6'3". The tallest player on the JV team here for the Trojans is Griffin Quisenberry, and we'll see how much activity he gets on the JV game this evening. Chris, right back to you, I guess, from a size perspective. How do you handle that as a coach and make sure that you don't just get run out of the gym and taken care of inside?
That's one of the things Fishers does really well, is Fishers does have size in their JV and varsity teams, but they also like to run. So what poison do you want to go with if you're the Trojans? Do you want to try to work in a half-court game against players that are bigger, or you want to try to run up and down the floor with a team that's good at a track meet? So we'll see what way the Trojans take in the JV game, and that might give us a little bit of look into what will happen in the varsity game. We know Fishers likes to run a 1-2-2 trap quite a bit on the defensive end, so the Trojans are going to have to. The best way to beat a press, right, is to attack it and make them pay for it. But that also then means you're in an up and down game, so the Trojans will just really have to protect the ball.
Speaking of that, Coach, the one thing this JV team for the Center Grove Trojans does have is some capable ball handlers. Who do you look for tonight to have an impact on the game for the Trojans?
I look to see how Eric Stringe plays tonight. I look to obviously how Griffin Quisenberry plays inside. He's played stronger the last couple of games to get that confidence going as we get into the last phase of the season here. I also want to see how Owen Yoder plays tonight. I thought he's played good at times. He's never had a bad game, but I think he's just waiting for that breakout game, and because the kid can shoot it so well, I look forward to see that. And somebody's going to shine tonight no matter what happens, wins or losses for Center Grove tonight in this JV game. But it's going to be just because of the pace and type of game. Somebody's going to light it up tonight, and one of those guys, I think, plus the Ray kid, all those three of those guys have an opportunity to really line it up from their eyes in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always an opportunity when you're the underdog, right? That not only do you want to pull off an upset or stand out and shine out, but I think there's a lot of learning and development goes into this too as a player when you have an opportunity to play some of the big dogs. We're going to go ahead and take a break here before we get started with the game. We'll be right back in a moment on Inside the Lines Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Welcome back here to Center Grove High School, getting ready for the JV matchup between Fishers and Center Grove. About 2 minutes to go. Chris, one thing we do want to highlight before this ball game is to talk about what's coming up after the JV game and ahead of the varsity game, and that's special ceremony for Trace Jackson Davis.
Yeah, it'll be great to have Trace back in the building tonight. All-Star weekend this weekend. Trace just recently traded from Golden State Warriors to the Toronto Raptors. So now he gets to spend February in Canada, so probably nice to come home a little bit here. Obviously, I'm sure we'll have a large contingent of young fans here tonight, so we really want to thank Leidy Law for taking care of making sure all the kids could get in for free tonight. So it'll be really cool to see them here, and supposedly he's going to sign some autographs, so it'll be great for the kids to get to see him up close a little bit too tonight.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It was fun too. Right after he got traded, that first game back here in Indiana, and he made his stamp on the game in about 15 minutes and had a double-double.
Yeah, I think I saw it was the least amount of minutes for a double-double in quite a long time in the NBA, so it's cool to see the alumnus getting some minutes with his new team right away.
Yeah.
Got kind of buried on the bench there at Golden State, but
yeah,
hopefully he's going to get some more time with Toronto, with a team that's going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. And he's one of a long list of Indiana basketball legends to come through the high school program, and then obviously at Indiana University as well.
Getting close here to the JV tip-off. Well, we don't have either team out here. We say, come on, guys, let's play some basketball.
Yeah.
I always said when I refereed on like these moments where the coaches are late coming out, we're in February, I'm like, what else can you tell them that you haven't told them all season long? Like, let's just go play basketball.
Yeah, I am interested to see just how talented this Fishers team is, and it's no slight to Center Grove. This is a very talented Fishers program, and I have a feeling this JV team is going to be about as talented as a lot of varsity programs around the state.
Yes, Coach Winninger's really developed a nice program in Fishers really over the last about 7 years. They've really started to come on strong, and they've had some great players come through there, and we're gonna see it tonight. So it's a real test for the Trojans. We're getting closer to tournament time. We talked about it on the girls' side. You want to start playing your best ball. You want some challenges late in the season. Start playing your best basketball heading into the tournament. And so we're hoping to see that tonight out of the Trojans too.
You know, one thing that the coach mentioned a little while ago, just talking about kind of high school basketball as a whole, is the element of transfers now and building an attractive program and having kids come to it. For those that don't know, how does that work in terms of what they're able to do and just what that looks like in the transfer world in high
You're
school?
asking the wrong guy, because it seems like the rules change every week, and I'm sure the coaches feel that way too, and administrators. What we have to always remember is the IHSAA always predicates everything on education-based athletics. And a lot of times I think we get wrapped up in any athletic adventure, especially below college, that we get wrapped up that it is not, the sport isn't the only thing, right? We have to talk about academics, and we want all of our student athletes growing up and being good members of the community. And so we sometimes we forget the sport isn't the only thing it's about, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Coach, we were just talking about high school transfers and how that works and how the rules have kind of seemed to change a little bit over the years. Curious of your input on that too.
Oh, it's a tough situation. I mean, there's so much gray area there. I mean, there's times it's the right thing to do, and there's times that you can just tell it's from a competitive advantage standpoint or recruiting. But, you know, I think a lot of it's modeled by what you see in the NCAA or what's not modeled well by the NCAA. And I think the bigger fear to me is NIL. Because if NIL now, I believe, is in 48 of the 50 states at the high school amateur level now.
Yeah.
Indiana is one of the few ones. Kentucky has it. It's one of the few states around that does not have NIL, and I put that in quotes because you can't tell me it's not happened somehow unofficially. That's the reality.
Yep.
But I mean, I guess at the same time, if I'm going to have a philosophy, let's get it out in the open and let everybody have the same rules.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it goes back to what Chris was saying a moment ago. At the heart of it, it's with the IHSA, it's still supposed to be, academically based, and want to make sure that it never gets away from that.
And I think the IHSA, sometimes they kind of get caught off guard, but I think the IHSA plays it a little more conservative, and I think that's the right thing. And out of that, they may have a situation that looks kind of odd in a PR standpoint, a decision they make, but they also learn from those situations, and I think they make the best decision in the big picture as they learn how this impacts. They just don't jump the gun on something sometimes. I don't know if Chris agrees or disagrees with that, but I think they try to evolve with the times.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important, and sometimes those are tough decisions because sometimes evolving the times involves financial situations and things like that if you're supposed to be academic-based and making sure your athletes are strong academically, sometimes those things, unfortunately, as we know in the college level, don't always go together.
Yep, absolutely right. Well, they put another 10 minutes back on the clock here for us. Why don't we go ahead and take one more break, and we'll be...
Let's take a 3-minute.
3-minute, yep, 3-minute, thank you, 3-minute break. We'll be right back in just a few moments here on Inside the Lines Media Network.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Hey, sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way. Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Don't buy the dually, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At Exo by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. Exo by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in.
Welcome back to Center Grove High School here in the Vandermeer Gym. Getting ready for the start of the JV game, about a little under 7 minutes before we get to tip-off. It's an exciting weekend in Center Grove basketball all the way around. Of course, the Trace Jackson Davis ceremony this evening, and then tomorrow, the undefeated Lady Trojans are playing in a regional championship. We'll have that coverage for you here on Inside the Lines Media Network as well. And, Coach, what are your thoughts on the game tomorrow? This Lady Trojans team overcame, obviously it was a great game. in the sectional championship. What can you expect from the team tomorrow?
I expect a heck of a game. I mean, I'm going to tell you straight up that if the Lady Trojans, who did such an impressive comeback in that game, that is one of the best games I have seen in probably 4 or 5 years, period. Just the excitement, it was back and forth. Franklin Central clutch 3 after clutch 3 after clutch 3. Center Grove just kind of came back and wore them down a little bit. And you talk about the unfortunate injuries that Gillier had and Jen had, and how they overcame those situations in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. I don't know the status and how they're feeling. I'm sure they're going to be ready to play. Heck, you're talking regional, so it's going to take a lot for them to sit down. But Pendleton Heights cannot be discounted. I mean, they have played teams really strong. Chris knows some other things about them as well, but they beat Brownsburg by 20 points. Center Grove probably should have, honestly, but did not on our own floor. So, I mean, if they overlook this game looking ahead to the semi-state, this is – anybody who's in regionals, Chris, would you agree, deserves to be there?
Oh, definitely, especially 4A basketball. 4A basketball at this point.
I mean, they're ranked 10th in the state.
So, yeah, and they've got doing a little research for tomorrow. They've got a lady that's averaging 22 and 13. So, and she's 6'1" or 6'2", so she's going to be obviously a focal point, but they've also got a couple of other guards that are averaging in double figures. So it should be a fantastic matchup tomorrow evening. If you can, get over to Greenfield Central High School tomorrow night. It'll be a packed arena. If you can't, join us here on Inside the Lines. The three of us will be back at it tomorrow. It should be a fantastic evening.
Well, and I'm going to say this now. As crazy as your guys' schedules are, I mean, I really appreciate – you're definitely part of the team. I appreciate you guys, what you're doing here to help out Inside the Lines Media Network. But I like having some cohesiveness. And we've got 2 to 3 guys. And, Adam, you've been involved in some of the girls' games as well. I mean, it's exciting to have this posse together on the ride. And excited and appreciate Leidy Law sponsoring tomorrow night. And Leidy Law is also providing the opportunity for any high school, middle school, elementary kid, K through 12, the opportunity to be at this game tonight for Trace free. So, again, thanks to Leidy Law. But it should be a great game. I mean, it's going to be full. Greenfield Central is not the biggest place in the world, but that's, you know what, the environment because of that. This place was 85% full in the lower level on Saturday night. It was the loudest I've heard it in a long time. So it should be an exciting, it should be a rocking atmosphere. And as much as we want you to watch our broadcast, fans, get over to Greenfield Central, watch the game. You don't have to worry about seating as much because the first game is at 4, the next one's not until 7. So you've got some space there to get your seats and those kind of things.
And Pendleton will bring a huge crowd.
Oh, yeah, they're 25 minutes away.
They'll bring a huge crowd. And Pendleton Heights girls team coached by another former Indiana All-Star, Nick Rogers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We've got about 3 minutes to go here before this one. Just to recap here what we're looking at, this is a very talented Fishers program. This is a JV team that in a lot of ways is as talented as some of the varsity programs that this Trojan team has played already this year.
Well, when you just look at the roster and they've got a 6'8" junior on the JV team, you think, holy cow, how can he not break into the varsity roster? So yeah, it shows you how deep and talented their team is. I'm sure he'll get to dress for the varsity game, but my goodness, that's a deep talent pool.
And even conversely, five freshmen on a JV team as well. So I think it just speaks to the depth of this program all the way around. Center Grove, the Trojans are going to have their hands full in this JV game. But a couple of the guys that were highlighted already, Eric Scringe, he's a freshman guard, 5'7". He's a talented shooter, a good ball handler. He'll be up against it in a pressure defense that we expect to see out of the Tigers this evening. Chris, any other thoughts on this one before we get started here in a minute?
Well, just to see if we can come out strong. Trojans get a good start, give themselves a chance in the game. Like we said, it's a litmus test. Where are you? How have you progressed from November to February? And so let's just see how the Trojans come out here early. I'm sure we'll start to fill in crowd as we go along, as everyone anticipates TJD showing up at some point. So this is should be a good atmosphere for the Trojans to get to play in tonight.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. And then in the varsity game, just to highlight a little bit, Jason Gardner Jr. is going to be involved in that. And for those younger viewers that don't know or may not remember, his father, Jason Gardner, a North Central legend, an Indiana legend, played at Arizona as part of the Wildcats team under Lou Holt. And it'll be exciting to see. Lute Olson, not Lou Holt, excuse me. Thank you, Lute Olson. And it'll be exciting to see, for some of us that are a little older, to see the similarities in the game between his son and his father.
Looks like we're finally going to get the JV game started here. We think the JV team was just late arriving, and that's why we put some more time back on the clock. So running a little bit behind here, but
we appreciate
we're about
everybody
ready to start some basketball.
Well, we have just a moment here. We do want to say hello to all of our viewers on Facebook, the Facebook live stream. We got that up and running, so that's another nice added feature. Give people the opportunity to view this free stream. Again, brought to you by Kopetsky Auto Wash and EXO by Sophia.
Share with your friends.
Looks like on the court tonight, starting for the Trojans, the Eric Scringe, number 1, number 15, Griffin Quisenberry, number 21, Raj Jain, number 5, Colt Signer, I believe, Colt Signer, and number 23, Landon Ray. For Fishers, number 23, Isaiah Futch, number 42, Dominic Mulenga, number 11, Micaiah Baker, and number 24, Jaden Bogan, and Fishers wins the tip. They're going right to left on your screen to start in the red. Trojans will be going left to right on your screen in the white. Open three here to get things started. Shot no good. An offensive board, though, immediately. Fishers with a second chance opportunity.
One of the things the Trojans have struggled with rebounding JV and varsity this year has been rebounding, and they gave a couple offensive rebounds on the first possession. And here comes that trap that we're going to see out of Fishers all night. Kind of more of a man-to-man press here to start.
Imperative the Trojans take care of the ball in this one. They do break the press. Rajang gets the ball up top. He looks to attack, but is stopped. Ball nearly turned over. And now it is knocked out.
Swarming pressure. Swarming pressure, getting those hands out in the passing lanes.
So Trojans need to settle in here a little bit defensively. Imperative they can't give up the offensive rebounds, allow second chance points for Fishers. Three-pointer on the way, shot no good. There's an offensive board, put back no good. Another second chance opportunity. So Tigers reset the possession. Baker up top, he'll attack and drive all the way to the basket, shot no good. Tipped out, and another offensive rebound for the Tigers. Trojans fortunate to get the unforced turnover there, and they'll clear. Trojans need to settle in here on offense, Chris.
Did a nice job there by trying to get the ball inside. Quisenberry picked up a foul, have a little baseline out of bounds here, see if the Trojans can do something for a quick hitter.
Already you can see the athleticism of this Tigers team.
You can, and I wanted to mention we do have another former Indiana All-Star coaching the JV team for Fishers, and C.J. Walker. And there's a 5 count. Trojans with 2 possessions and 2 turnovers already. It starts to make me feel pretty old when former players that I refereed are now coaching. There are several around now.
Makes you feel a little bit. At the same time, it's very cool to see those
yes.
Indiana legends
Yes.
kind of giving back and still involved in the sport here at the high school level. Baker on the attack, gets to the glass and good. Nice right hand.
Drive. And here's that pressure again.
Opportunity to push. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded by Fishers.
Shot was off, but I kind of like the push there. You're going to have to make Fishers pay defensively if they're going to run that press.
Yeah, about as good as a look you can hope for Ray on that. Nice open shot. Just didn't drop. Scrinch has it deep around the volleyball line. Double team comes. Turnover's forced. And a runaway. Great job by Scrinch right there. Gets the foul call, but what'd you think about that run back there?
Well, Malinga did a nice job of poking it away and getting out in transition and scrimmed early in the game. Never a bad idea to take the foul when the guy's about to dunk it on your head. But that is 3 turnovers already for the Trojans, and we've only played 2.5 minutes.
First free throw off the back of the rim, no good there. Change for your Trojans, number 11, Owen Yoder will check in. Give Colt Siner a break. Second free throw on its way and good. 4:40 to play in the first quarter. It's 5-0 Fishers. Yoder with the ball on the right side of the court.
1-2-2
Nice
into
skip
a
pass.
half court 1-2-2.
Three-pointer good for Ray.
Yeah, nice job by Landon there. We talked about he's one of those guys that could have the game tonight because we're going to that pressure that's going to put that 3 shot, and Landon worked so hard getting those rebounds and also knocking down those threes.
Baker shot off the mark, rebounded by Scrinch. No foul is called, I guess just out of bounds there.
Oh, he just changed his mind.
Oh, he changed it now. Interesting.
Oh, Marlin better get off the floor.
The officials are going to discuss this one, it looks like.
Harden was doing his Mike Davis impersonation from 2002.
Yeah, that.
I realized that half our students were not even born in 2002. Actually, none of them were born in 2002, but
That'll make you feel old. All right, so the officials go back to the original call, out of bounds here.
1-2-2.
Yeah, they changed the zone up a little bit from where they started with the man-to-man, and now they've gone to more of a trapping.
There's a turnover.
You can't pass to that corner.
That leads. Oh, great.
Nice block.
Way to challenge it, Griff.
Another second chance point there.
Got to get it to the middle of the floor.
Jane has the ball.
There you go. Here it comes.
That's a long 3 for Ray.
No good. I think it'll remain with the Trojans. Fisher's bobbled it out of bounds there. Turnovers are the early story in this one.
Trojans have 4 already, and I unofficially have Fishers for 6 offensive rebounds in the first 3 minutes. That's a little rough start for the.
Yeah, I think all 3
defensive
of their
forwards.
baskets have come on second chance opportunities. So Trojans had trouble inbounding the last time it was down here. And they turn it over again. That
Gotta be
Fisher's
focused
defense.
the next play.
That defense is just so intense.
Well, we've talked about the Lady Trojans defense all season, and I'll tell you what, the Fisher's JV team, they've come out with some real defensive intensity, and especially man-to-man defense. If the dribbler can't get inside the volleyball line, it makes it really hard to run your offense.
Change here for your Trojans. Owen Stark
Travel.
checks in. Looks like they got the foul. I thought I saw a travel there too.
I thought Quisenberry did a pretty good job of holding his ground there, but you probably got him in the chest. What do you think, Gene Sterator?
They got him with a hold, so I think his right hand on the backside where we were having a hard time seeing was where they got him with a hold before he dropped his shoulder there.
3:30 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-3. Fisher's leading this one. Ray up top defensively.
The Trojans haven't looked decently defensively so far,
Well,
and when I speak out loud,
I gotta say, Yoder got beat off the dribble very easily on that situation, and that just turned the corner, and all of a sudden, the ball handler had the advantage there.
Tough drive by
Nice job
Jaden
by
Bogan.
by Bogan there.
That's a tough finish. Gets the opportunity for the and one here now as a quick change again for your Trojans. That'll be Marshall Tidd coming into the ball game.
That's 2 on Quisenberry.
well, you might as well learn Jaden Bogan's name, because with a finish like that as a freshman, I think we're going to hear a lot of it over the next 3 years.
I saw it 2 years ago in a tournament with these freshman kids we coached in. Lost in overtime 71-68. Now they're 2-2-1. They've changed it up.
Got 4 guys between the volleyball lines. Now the trap. They do get a foul call. So the obvious question that's going to come up is, why will you not throw the ball over the top to the wing at the 3-point line?
too quick to recover, I think. I think the ball is going to get deflected. But you got to stay out of passing it up there on the other, just near the side of the 10-second line corner.
Other thing about Fishers is their big men were at the front of that pressure, and so they got the taller guys. It might be hard for the guards to even see the guys down the floor.
Well, it is, and trying to make that far pass, and honestly, it's something that I do with my group, is I put the big guys up front of that press, is you've got more speed back there to kind of relocate, kind of like a defensive back or a safety or something.
Good attack on that last possession by the Trojans by Yoder for the basket. This three-pointer on its way, no good. Rebound by Ray, and he gets a foul drawn on him.
Nice job of Ray there going and getting a strong defensive rebound.
Yeah, he does a great job, as I said earlier, just crashing those boards and being strong with the ball.
I'll tell you what, if I'm an official, I'm asking Coach Marlin what number he's wearing when he checks in the game here. He's been out to the volleyball line 3 different times I've seen already early in the game. That was just something to watch here as we move along.
Scringe all the way to the basket, left hand, no good. Offensive rebound. Tidd fights for it. It's loose, and Fishers, the ball's still around, but Ray takes it into the lane, up strong, no good.
Ray earns it for the Trojans there.
Change for Fishers is number 44. Sally Camara will check into the ball game as Malenga will take a seat. And for the Trojans, Raj Jang checking back in, as well as Colt Siner, giving Landon Ray an earned rest, as well as Eric Scringe.
We're going to get a little big boy basketball here in a JV matchup between Camara and Tidd here.
Siner with it.
See, Siner just needs to go up strong, a little jump stop and a little floater or something instead of trying to dump that in there.
I think that's the size from Camara, little intimidation factor.
Yep.
The Trojans have it under their own basket, set to inbounds. They do get it in. Nice up strong take by Yoder, but no good. And Fishers will rebound and push the ball. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 10-5. The Tigers leading this one. Bogan for 3.
I'll tell you what, Bogan looks like a player early.
Yeah.
Fantastic defense for Camara there. He just used his height. He just stood strong, straight up, and
nice job by Yoder. He got blocked on the other end.
Yeah, hustled back, got a nice steal there.
Siner attacks. Kicks on the wing for Stark for 3, shots off, but a great offensive rebound by Yoder.
Yoder's come in and provided a little bit of a spark for the Trojans.
Another 3-point opportunity. This one good.
Yeah, that's big because you haven't got a whole lot from outside, and of course Stark and that Stark family.
Breakdown defensively.
You lucked out on that one. Good job by Tidd getting that rebound. Be strong. There you go. You get this down to 3 or 4 going into the second quarter, you got to feel pretty good because as intense as they played defensively, they being Fishers, you're right in this game.
Yeah, it was a nice job. The one thing I've noticed is Trojans starting to match the physicality we saw early on from Fishers, and here's going to be Tidd with an opportunity, just like you said, Coach, a couple free throws to cut this thing to 3.
They're also rebounding the basketball on the defensive end, which they didn't do the first 2 minutes of the game, and giving themselves a chance to get out and force the tempo a little bit on Fishers.
Tidd's first attempt, strong off the back of the rim, but no good. Couple changes here for Fishers. That's going to be number 11, Micaiah Baker, and 33, Jet Coppinger, checking into the ball game here with the final 59 seconds and change of our first quarter. Tidd's second attempt. On its way, this one no good again. Great offensive board by Zhang. He looks to go up strong. He's rejected. Camara with a good block.
That was a great job by Jay to get an offensive rebound there, but it probably would have behooved him to kick that ball back out and start over. Because Camara didn't even have to jump to block that one.
A lot of contact, but Yoder comes away with the steal. And Fishers hustles back to get the steal. They're out on a run on a break. Foul's going to be called. Camara went for the slam, and Tidd got in the way. I do like the effort by Tidd to get back and not let another big man get up there and dunk on, like you said earlier.
Well, you get 5 fouls for a reason, right? Might as well use them once in a while.
Camara's first free throw
And if
well off
going to
the mark.
shoot free throws like that, I'd probably foul him every time.
I'd imagine that was on the scouting report. Number 32, Beckett York, will check in for the Trojans.
Well, after we saw that first free throw, better be ready to block out because the ball could come off this rim pretty hard.
Eric Scringe checks back in as well for the final 35 seconds of the first quarter. Second free throw is good.
That one looks a little better, but the only thing that matters is it went in the basket, right?
That's right. Just a little man press here against Zhang as he gets it across half court near the volleyball line. Good pressure, though, by Baker. Zhang attacks. Nice dump off pass to York, and he plays it in. Down to 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's 14-10. Fishers with the lead. Running offense here. Look content for the last shot. Into the post to Camara.
That's twice that Yoder got his guy has cut on and beat him to the spot. He needs to step over and pinch that middle just a little bit more. He's usually pretty good at that.
This may be a quick pick and pop. We only got a second and a half left in the quarter, so got to be ready for a quick screen the screener type look here, or maybe just something right over the top here to 11. Is that where we're going? Yep.
Baker up with the shot, and it's no good. Nice contest by Zhang, a little contact. But at the end of our first quarter, it's 14-10. Fishers with the lead. We'll be back in just a moment here on Inside the Lines Media Network.
Comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want.
Welcome back for quarter two of this JV matchup between Fishers and Center Grove. Center Grove settled in a little bit there, Chris, after a pretty rocky first 2.5 minutes to the ball game.
Yeah, turned up the intensity a little bit more on the defensive end, started getting some defensive rebounds, and then kind of found their footing against Fishers' pressure defense. So we'll see how the second quarter goes here. Down 4, not a bad spot to be after one quarter.
Trojans will look to inbound the ball. Zhang has it.
That's one adjustment the Trojans have made, having Jane bring the ball up before the last couple of possessions.
Get those shooters set up out there.
Yoder up top. He loses the ball, but Scringe recovers. He's out at the volleyball line now. Looks to attack, kick to Zhang in the corner.
A lot of standing around, though, and watching the dribble to work with it from the Trojans on offense right now.
Scringe, tough take to the basket, no good. Offensive board by Yoder.
Not a strong shot, though. Good job by Quisenberry to come out with it, though.
Yoder buries a three. So just like that, it's 14-13. The Trojans as close as they've been since the first basket tonight. Fishers on their first offensive possession looks to reset here. Bogan has it up top. Looking to attack the paint here. Up strong on the post. Shot no good, but an offensive rebound. Second chance no good, but Malunga will head to the line for two.
I think Yoder got a piece of that on that first shot.
It was a good contest.
Right.
Ray, who we haven't seen since the early part of the first quarter, getting ready to check back in for the Trojans after this shot. The first one is good. He'll check in and Porter Laney will have a seat.
Yeah, coach has gone deep in his bench. I'm glad to see these guys get an opportunity to play, Beckett York and Porter Laney, but trying to get some of those starters back in, or those key guys at the moment. But a good job by Porter Laney in that situation to get some minutes for somebody to get a blow. This is the kind of game, guys, from knowing a lot of these guys pretty well, this is Eric Scrinch's kind of game. This is the game that don't be surprised if he has a little swagger to himself in these kind of games. Look for him to have a breakout here.
Jane loses it. The ball's deflected out off of his leg, and that was good defense by 35, Zachary Skis.
This is one where, as an official, you just want to tell the player, just run back up the floor. It 100% hit you in the foot. Don't be looking around for somebody to bail you out. You lost the ball.
Yep. Ball deflected by Ray. Good hands defensively. Fisher's on the attack. Into the lane again. Another effort, and this one's good by Malenga.
Malenga with a nice left-handed finish there.
First two possessions for Fishers here in the second quarter. They've looked to attack in the post. Just under 5 to play in the first half. It's 17-13, Fishers with the lead. Yeah, Chris, to your point earlier, it's been a lot of standing around and ball screens at the three-point line or even higher out near the volleyball line, and that's about it. Fishers has done a nice job collapsing with help defense anytime Trojans have looked to attack.
Well, part of it is they haven't even really had the help. They've done such a nice job man-to-man on the ball that they haven't really had the help, and the Trojans aren't moving the ball enough to force Fishers to kind of come off their man.
I mean, this is now a 40-second possession. The ball hasn't been inside the paint once. There we go. Jane, free throw line extended. Another feed to York. This shot no good. Malenga clears, and he'll push. Big man all the way to the rim.
I don't think that's what he was looking for at the start of that, but he did a nice job to not travel and just the little Cooper.
Trojans got this down 15-13, and all of a sudden it's up to 19-13. So kind of look at this as a serious moment here in this game.
Jane with the ball. He's going to be fouled, though, by Malenga.
Jane has done a nice job out there handling the ball against us and kind of taking away some of the physicality that those big guys can give, and they have to play inside.
Yep.
I think Coach Mullen, I thought he just called a timeout, did he not?
I don't believe so. But
I guess not.
Wholesale lineup change here for Fishers.
Yeah, line change.
The other inbounds to Scringe. Look to attack for the moment. He'll reset. Coach, what do you see offensively here from the Trojans in this second quarter so far?
Coach is busy helping this producer, so.
Chris, what do you see offensively here in this second quarter?
This possession's been a little bit better. We've seen a little bit more movement, but again, they're having a hard time getting any penetration inside the three-point line, and it makes sideline passes like that where you don't get the angle very difficult and turns into another turnover.
Yeah, agree. Sorry, we're trying to get this third camera up and going for us.
No, you're good. You know, I was listening to Dan Hurley, coach of UConn, when they're playing Butler the other night, and he was asked about the turnovers in the first half they had. As the basket is good by Reed Stoddard.
Strong move. 21-13 now.
But Coach Hurley described those types of turnovers as non-aggressive turnovers. You're not even trying to be aggressive and create something. It's just
trying to hold on for life.
Yes.
There's another one.
Zane loses it. Foul's going to be on Ray, I believe, here, fighting for the loose ball.
You talked about it a little bit there, Adam. Halfway through the first quarter, the Trojans really did adjust to the physicality of this game a little bit. It looks like they've gone back the other way, that Fishers is overwhelming the Trojans a little bit. They're going to try to turn the tide here, running a little bit of press on their own.
They usually have some pretty good success on this. The difference is we got our big guys back and go with the speed on top.
Fishers resets with Baker up top. Looked to the post, but it wasn't there. Now they will feed the big man, Kamara. He scores.
Harden just wants to call one way or the other on that one.
I'm kind of with him, though. That was a flop. If it's anything, it's a block, and if the guy's got a basket, I'd rather just let him have the basket and keep playing too.
Scringe, deep three opportunity, no good. It's a little bit of a panic shot, it looked like almost. Fishers looks to attack into the lane. The layup is good. Reed Stoddard with his second basket of the quarter.
Stoddard with a couple of nice moves here in the quarter.
10-0 run here by Fishers in the last 3 minutes.
Minute 50 to go in the half, and it is 25-13. Trojans need an answer in the worst way right now. Ball screen up top. Nothing there, and there's another near turnover. Deflected out of bounds by A.J. Green.
I think they should look at doing some dribble handoffs or some ball screens, pass and screen the ball situations here, because I think the distance of our passes that usually work well by trying to hit those guys in the corner and the flares aren't going to be there against the speed. And you may have to try to bring them up and see if they hedge well or not.
Ray's three-pointer off the mark after that inbounds. And another attack by Stoddard. No good, but Camara with the rebound.
Time up. There you go. Good job, Landon Ray. Good job, Owen Yoder.
Will be Fisher's ball. They'll maintain possession here. Down to a minute 22 to go in the first half. Still no timeouts called in this game. I almost thought there might have been one here a moment ago with a little bit of the Fishers run.
Go get it, Landon.
Stoddard attacks.
And they're going to call that.
I think they're going to get Signer going for the swipe.
I don't argue that was a foul, but 12-0 run, gentlemen.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the physicality a moment ago. I think that's been the physicality and the speed. Center Grove has had trouble here in the second quarter, kind of matching that with Fishers.
I want to welcome Jordan Schatz, who's watching us on Facebook tonight.
Thanks for watching with us.
Aaron Barker, thanks for watching us. Margie Thompson. Josh Downing, thanks for joining us as we try to bring you some Center Grove basketball.
Man, Fishers is just all over the place.
Yeah, they've picked up the speed, and their closeouts are a lot stronger.
We're under a minute here, about down to 50 seconds.
Good move there by Griffin Quisenberry, though, with good patience and went up strong.
I believe that's only about the fourth shot the Trojans have had in the second quarter. After they hit that three to start the quarter, it's really been stifled.
We will have a
30-second
timeout, so we'll keep it here.
So let's talk about this night coming up here, gentlemen. We got an exciting night tonight. Obviously, the big news is Trace Jackson Davis, TJD, comes in here. Special ceremony for him. His uniform number 23 gets retired. I can tell you that was the first number my son wanted when he played in hoops, is because of Trace. So this is kind of like, I think, a dream for a lot of these kids that haven't had a chance to see Trace very much, and obviously the success he's had at the pro level, in particular, obviously, at IU. I forgot he was the third leading scorer in IU history, and he did that in a legit number of years. Unlike some programs, you get 5-6 years now. Then also it's Teacher Appreciation Night, so thank you for all those teachers that these guys have recognized in the different sports in the winter season. Big night here for Center Grove sports. Oh, and we got a basketball game.
We got basketball. Also. We want to thank you and your wife and all the teachers out here, Chris. So we appreciate you. Under 30 seconds now. Fishers looks content to run a little bit of clock here. 15-25. Fishers does have a 10-point advantage. That's Bogan with the ball out top. Looks to go here now with about 10 seconds. He'll kick another drive through the lane. Baker, open three on the wing. This one no good. Fight for the board. Stoddard has it. Three-pointer on the way. Good at the buzzer. A.J. Green ends the half with the three. Fishers goes into the locker room up 28-15. We'll be back to talk about this action so far here on Inside the Lions Media Network.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Hey sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way. Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Don't buy the Duke, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At Exo by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. Exo by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in.
It is halftime here at Center Grove between Fishers and Center Grove. The pep band just concluded playing Great Balls of Fire, and the Fishers Tigers were on fire for most of that second quarter. Finished with a 14-2 run, 14-5 overall in that second quarter. Chris, let's start with you. What changed in your mind between the last 2 minutes of the first quarter to what we saw for the entire 7 minutes of the second?
Well, Fishers picked up their intensity and the Trojans didn't. I think it was that simple. The Tigers asserted themselves defensively, and the Trojans just weren't able to make an adjustment. And then we saw it right at the last possession. The Trojans gave up another offensive rebound and have Fishers for 9 offensive rebounds in the first half unofficially. That's quite a lot of offensive rebounds to give up. Those are just extra possessions. Counter that with the Trojans' turnovers, and the second quarter went the Tigers' way.
Coach, you mentioned the speed and the athleticism you saw from Fishers in this first half. As a coach and you're in the locker room right now, what are you going to tell your team to try to level set here to try to crawl back in this?
Well, first off, from a Center Grove defensive standpoint, they've got to do a better job of taking the paint away. They're getting beat to the elbow. The guys getting the corner on them, so to speak, and getting the advantage to the bucket, and then you're playing behind from that point forward. I think that happened 3 possessions there in that first half. Offensively, again, I would do some ball screens and dribble handoffs to bring the defense out. And one of your two guys, either you're going to be open off that and be ready to curl and either pop it or curl off the dribble and attack the paint, which this group can do, or you're going to have the opportunity to open up and hit the post player, whoever's rolling, either rolling to the corner and popping the 3 or rolling back to the block. But by being more just traditional pass and cut right now, I think it's hard for them to be able to to be able to be successful against this defense because of how quick Fishers is. And it's exactly what their varsity team is going to be, except it's going to be times 2 for varsity.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask as well. Is if you're the coach right now, are you trying to even implement, hey, let's get it into the post, let's try to attack, or are you just trying to, exactly what you said, kind of, let's just get some open looks, let's change things up and just get some confidence with some open shots?
I think you just got to play. And one of the things that I really like about this freshman group, and again, being part of them a couple of years ago and watching them last year in 8th grade, both at North and Central, they can play. I mean, just let them go out there and play a little bit, and obviously have your rules on what you do or don't want. But let them get a little gritty a little bit, and I think Coach Hardin's trying to let them do that. Part of that is just being comfortable knowing you can do that. But a lot of these guys play each other in travel ball nowadays, and so they know each other. I mean, let that little energy, that little swag come into your play a little bit as well. So it's a tough game for them, but I really mean, they got back. I mean, we thought they were going to be, was it 13-5, Chris, at one point to start the game? And
yeah, they got it back to 14-13.
Yeah, so 14-13, and the reality is it's 28-15, so they have that opportunity to get back. How well they finish on that, that's a different question, though. I mean, they haven't hit the outside shot real well tonight, but let's be honest, they haven't had a lot of outside shots because of how well that perimeter defense has been. Yep. I do want to give a shout-out to Jerry Kester, who's watching us tonight. He's excited we got a JV game, and, hey, we're excited to be doing the JV games for the boys' side. I wasn't too sure at the beginning of the year from a management standpoint how well it was going to work. Originally, we were just going to do the weekend games and not do, like, the Tuesday night games, but I've really enjoyed the opportunity of getting the chance to see the entire program get to play.
Yeah.
So just love the opportunity of being part of the Center Grove basketball boys program and girls program this year, and looking forward to hopefully the opportunity again next year.
Absolutely. We do want to thank our sponsors for this free stream this evening. It is Kopetsky Auto Wash and Exo by Sophia, allowing us to broadcast this so that all our viewers can view it without being behind a paywall, which is really nice. Chris, a couple last thoughts here before we take one more break before the second half begins.
Well, just see what adjustments the Trojans make here in the second half, or if they just try to get their footing a little bit more and really try to put some more pressure on Fishers, make them work there in the second half.
We're going to take one more break and be right back here on Inside the Lines Media Network.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At Exo by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. Exo by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in store.
Be ready.
Perfect. Welcome back to Inside the Lines Media Network broadcast of the JV game between the Fishers Tigers and the Center Grove Trojans. A couple standouts from that first half on the Fishers side to begin with. The big men had an impact in Malenga and Camara in the post, and the freshman Jaden Bogan, not even when he's scoring the ball, but just his command of running the offense is pretty impressive. Center Grove side, we had a couple good, nice buckets there by Quisenberry and Yoder. And Raj Jain became the primary ball handler in that second quarter.
Yeah, the Trojans tried to make a little bit of an adjustment, taking Jain out on the perimeter a little bit. Just trying to see what they can come up with here wise to break into that Fishers amazing defense that we really saw in the first half.
The one thing I will say, I don't think it's an intimidation thing. The Trojans don't look intimidated.
I don't think so. I just think Fishers that good right now.
They are a very good team.
Trojans have played enough basketball against quality programs between school year and the spring and summer that no, they're not intimidated. It's just they got a little bit more quickness. They're still trying to figure out how to handle that situation, and we'll be able to make the adjustments here in the second half. We're going to find out.
Yep. We're ready to start the third quarter here. The Trojans in white will go from right to left on your screen. The Tigers in red going from left to right on your screen.
which is opposite for us.
It is. I always have to double check what I say before I look at that monitor.
But I love being across from the benches and getting to see the mannerisms and just the whole bench view. I think it's great.
It is.
Great call by Joe Broncella to put us over here. It's been great.
Trojans try to get started here offensively. Zhane into the post. Out to Ray on a deflected ball. Shot no good. An offensive rebound, though, and he's fouled on the putback.
Ray has been very active tonight.
He has. And I was going to say earlier that I think Quisenberry is going to get his points by putbacks.
Yep.
Or deflections. He's not going to score a lot by feeding the post and making his move. This is one of those games where he's just going to have to get Grady, get those boards and put it right back up, or the and one situations, just like Landon did there. Landon plays bigger than he really is size-wise, but he battles so hard. He usually knocks down those free throws also.
First one no good. While we have a second here, we'll reset the lineups for your Trojans. It's Eric Scringe on the court. Landon Ray at the free throw line. Number 11, Owen Yoder's out there, along with Griffin Quisenberry and Raj Zhane. Second free throw no good. Almost got his own rebound. The ball's deflected. That'll stay here.
Ooh.
I thought that was off Zhane.
I thought it was too.
I think we just got a hustle play there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just call it a hustle play. Sometimes when you hustle, good things happen, right? And I think it happened there.
We welcome Jen Alvey to the broadcast. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. We'll find out if she kills me later for calling her name out, but thanks for watching us.
We have a moment here. We'll reset the lineups for the Fishers Tigers.
I think Ray's got some blood.
Oh,
so
he's got some
gonna
blood.
Have to go out of the game.
Yeah, Jacob, the trainer's going to have to
see it on him.
So Owen Stark's going to check in for him.
And on those white unis, there it's pretty obvious when it's on there.
Yep. Micah Baker, Tommy Mydbeck, Isaiah Futch, Jaden Bogan, and number 42, Dominic Malinga on the court for the Tigers. Scringe attacks. Fortunate to have a deflection there. That pass was intended for Quisenberry. A little errant, though. It will remain Trojan basketball. Crowd is starting to file in, Chris. You called it earlier. Getting here a little early.
Looking around, I'd see that Kate, our cameraman's got kind of
Got a posse?
He's got the middle school basketball posse with him. My biggest fear is my son is one of them, and he's going to lose his focus. But Kate does an awesome job for us.
He does. And he got a good camera angle of that nice attack by Raj Zhane. He'll get the basket and an opportunity for the and one here.
Good segue back.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
That's what they taught me at Butler.
That's that Butler degree action right there. I didn't get that at 89.5 WFCI in Franklin.
Free throw is no good, so the Trojans 0 for 3 on free throws here in the third quarter. But the lead is down to 11. It's 28-17 now. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bogan attacks, pull-up jumper, good.
See, and I probably might consider switching some of this more often.
Scringe will bring the ball across half court for the Trojans.
Attack that elbow. Make that guy have to come in, and that'll pinch the corners and open up an opportunity to get a three. But if you don't attack that middle very well, defense doesn't have to pinch. Well, that's from 40.
Good! Eric Scringe, deep three, and a timeout off that make. Full timeout. We'll be right back in a minute. This is Inside the Lions Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
We're back here. The Trojans on a bit of a run here. They've cut it to 10. It's 30-20 with 5:26 to play in the third quarter. That timeout will be brought to you by Flory Contracting. So Landon Ray does look to be back in the game for the Trojans, following a little bit of a scratch there. And now actually it's Griffin Quisenberry who appears to have a little blood on his uniform, and he's getting tended to.
You know what? They're making a run. They're going to get bloody making the run. Let them get bloody making the run because
Absolutely.
It's a bloody run.
It is.
That was bad. I was trying to do my Boston stuff, and it did not come out like I meant it to.
I liked it. I liked it.
So, big shot there by Scringe from out there. So we'll see what happens here. Can that get you going a little bit? Like I said, Eric likes these kind of games.
Little full court press here.
Great
Fishers
pass.
breaks
Second great pass. Third great pass.
Malenga 3, no good. Rebound.
Push. Don't let him get set in it. Push. Push it. They don't let you. Bogan did a really nice job containing him. Now you got it. You got 2-on-1. You got to go. You got to finish this.
Quisenberry.
Good.
The post.
And I'm back. Much better offense from the Trojans that possession.
Yeah.
Three-pointer on the way. This one good by Bogan.
Defense was not so hot that play, though. Quisenberry didn't challenge out very hard on that one. That's the unfortunate part.
A little man press here. Scringe gets across half court. Trojans just need to attack on that, don't you think?
Yeah, it looked like Scringe had his man beat and kind of hesitated, and then his defender was able to recover, and then by the time he went again, the lane had closed and nowhere to go, and the ball finds its way out of bounds and another Trojan turnover.
Well, and I think he had his eyes set and going in there to Quisenberry in the block. If his head up was a little bit more and could have seen kicking it out to the wing was open for the shot. But you know what? They got to the paint. A couple possessions, they've done that now. So those are all good. You're down 11 here. They got to get this down to, I think, to about 8 going in the fourth quarter and have positive momentum in that process.
Colt Steiner just checked in. He's the one guarding Bogan and will be called for the foul along the baseline.
I think that's the foul where you have to get it because he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. 4:14 to play in the third quarter. Fishers leads by 11, 33-22. Fishers attacks the paint. Kick to the corner. Malenga thought about a three, instead goes to the basket. Ball batted around, and Fishers maintains possession here. Another offensive.
Great hands by Steiner there to pick up the steal. And there's just no chance for the Trojans to push it.
Yoder, three, good.
That's his second three tonight there, Chris?
It is.
Yeah,
I mean, he stepped right into it.
Yoder's really played well in his minutes tonight.
Struggled defensively early on, but he's played much better the second quarter on.
Baker with the attack. Shot no good. Nice rebound by Quisenberry.
That's the play the Trojans have struggled defending here in the second quarter and the third quarter a little bit. That dribble handoff with a rolling player.
Good take by Jane. I think that's something, Coach, you had talked about, success getting the ball to the paint here in the third quarter, and we see it once again.
Yep, as long as you can get to that paint, you can attack those elbows, that free throw line area, or baseline towards the block. It makes the defense have to suck in or suck down, which then opens the drive and kick open. And that's how this team runs, is by having drive and kick opportunities. If they can get that, they got the shooters, can knock them down, and anything can happen. But if they're forced to go around the perimeter and force a pass from the perimeter into the post, it's going to be a tough night for them.
4 missed free throws here in the third quarter for the Trojans. Second one on its way from Jane. That is fortunately good off the back of the rim. So it's down to 7, 33-26.
Trojans just hanging around here. Nice start to the third quarter here. See if they can finish it out the last half of this quarter.
Steiner, a tough assignment on Bogan, but good help by Quisenberry on the block.
A couple big plays in a row defensively.
Trojans with an opportunity, to cut this thing down to a 2-possession
game.
Throw it
in there. Griff's balance was not real strong there, so he couldn't step and meet the ball. He had too much leaning back versus on the balls of his feet, and he was flat-footed.
So, Chris, it does look like a bit of an effort here to get the ball even into the post, at least a touch on their half-court possessions.
He should have had that one. I'm just going to jump in there. He should have had that one, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
That's all right. Bogan again off the curl. That little better defense that time.
Good. I'll take it. Good challenge of the initial move there against Malenga, and then nice job by Quisenberry and Jane to be there for the board. Just kind of fought over a little bit, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Good contest.
So you say it in one word. I take 10 sentences.
No, I like it. Malenga off the inbound. No good. Another second chance opportunity.
Yoder.
That's,
I think, or Ray, maybe.
I think that's the second or third time this quarter Malenga's gotten his own rebound off a missed shot inside.
Well, it's that right side of the lane that the Trojans are having a hard time guarding defensively. You know, a lot of the players are right-handed. Every player out there right now for Fishers is right-handed. They're going to take the ball and drive down that right side of the lane, and the Trojans just aren't being able to get in front of their man and allowing their player. We've seen on this possession, they've had 3 opportunities to drive down that right side of the lane and ended up at the line, but so far the Tigers haven't been able to capitalize for anything. And
a couple changes here for both teams. Stark and Scringe both back in for the Trojans. Second free throw is good. The lead back up to 8 now.
Back to the 2-2-1.
Middle. Get somebody in the middle. There you go. You got Stark in the middle. They didn't hit it. Bad place to pass it because you got the trap and they got 2 extra defenders on you.
Great.
Boom. It's good.
3. Good in the corner.
That is a higher than a 50% shot when they get that drive and that kick either to Yoder or in that case to Ray. That's a good job by Scringe, making the guy suck and then pop.
Well, Coach, they got it down to 5. We were hoping to have it down to 8 by the end of the quarter, and it's down to 5 with 2 minutes to go. Maybe
Still
they can
got
make a
2
little
minutes
more
to see. Here you go.
great play by
Scringe.
Timeout. Timeout. Nope.
Great anticipation to see where the dribbler was going. Stepped right into the steal.
Scringe is starting to fill. He's making some plays offensively, and now he had to play there defensively.
Gray fakes the handoffs. Does give it to Stark now.
Find Scringe. Find Scringe.
In between 2 people. Tie it up, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got down in that corner. I call it no man's land, and that becomes it's
Really?
just tough to get out of that, particularly against speed.
Yeah, and a really nice dig by Braxton Gardner there to come off his man and help. And the ball was out there available, and he was able to tie it up and force another Trojan turnover.
Another change for your Trojans. Landon Ray will take a breather.
Good job by Landon.
He and Scringe have both provided a nice spark in this third quarter. Minute and a half to go. 34-29. Malenga, tough drive.
That's got to be a foul. The guy fell underneath him. Being on the ground in front of a guy going to the basket.
So why is it not
possession.
called as it happens? I mean, it was literally that the ball hit the rim and then the whistle's blown.
Well, that play, there really wasn't a foul till the shooter came down. So it looks late on that play, but really the foul didn't occur until the shooter tried to land because the defender was on the floor.
So is it in the act of shooting?
It's in the act of shooting because the way the high school rule reads is you're still in the act of shooting until you completely return to the floor.
I knew there was a reason why I retired from coaching.
This free throw good by Malenga. Marshall Tittle check in.
See how Marshall does here, this physicality, because like I said, the big guys are going to get their points by the boards and how they do cleaning up inside. I thought Quisenberry did a really, really nice job there. He's coming back out, getting that arm looked at again.
Was he the last? Who picked up that foul for the Trojans right there? Was it
Quisenberry, his third.
It was Quisenberry. Something to keep an eye on going into the fourth.
Leads back up to 7. Trojans can really use a bucket here to get it back to 5 again when we get down to the end of the quarter. They did a nice job of really getting back in this game. Try to stick with it here the last minute and a half of the quarter.
Nice attack by Jane and a tough finish.
Yeah, Raj just played really, really well and kind of call it the point forward position, kind of like Tucker DeVries for IU right now. I mean,
love the ball fake, too, when he got to the rim.
Yeah,
he didn't just go straight up and
and
get
under.
a ball fake. And
that's not strong defense. And then that salt injury, you get a foul there just because you guys didn't take the baseline away. You got to take that baseline away.
Those are the frustrating fouls.
Well, that's the difference of being a 5-point game right now and being a 7, maybe 8-point game going with 58 seconds left is how well you execute that.
Yep. So we're just under a minute to go. This free throw up and on its way. No good. Offensive rebound by Malenga. It's loose.
Push.
Start clears.
Push. Scringe will take this. He wants this matchup right here. High ball screen. Gonna turn on it. Little runner. Kick. Oh, he should have popped it. Swing it. Swing it. I think Owen should have shot that.
Yeah, I think so too. He had a decent look in the corner there.
He didn't think he had to close out the space, and he probably saw the angle better than I did from being all the way over here, as Chris would say, 70 feet away.
Scringe attacks the lane. had Stark but didn't throw it out. Attacks
There you
again.
go. There you go.
Wow, nice left-hand finish.
I'm
Grinch.
telling you guys, this is the kind of game that Eric likes playing right here.
He's had a big impact here in the third quarter in particular.
Big defensive possession here for the Trojans.
When he gets that motor going, it gets everybody else's motor going.
Final 12 seconds of the third.
Gotta take that baseline away, though. Yoder got beat on the baseline there.
Scringe knocked down a half quarter here to end the quarter.
5 seconds. Double dribbles.
Yeah.
Full court press coming up here if I'm coach.
1.5 seconds left on the clock. It's the second time we've had tonight a quarter is stopped with a second and a half left. By a
That
lottery
is an
ticket.
interesting fact, did you know?
Throw a skip pass here to 42 to Malinga. Let him shoot a three. No.
Coach Walker's not happy they weren't at least trying to get the shot.
At the end of our third quarter, it's 40-33. Fishers with the lead. You're watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Don't buy the dude, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
We're back here on Inside the Lines Media Network for the start of our fourth quarter. We do want to take a moment to quickly thank our sponsors for Inside the Lines Media Network: Ferguson Excavation, Gandalf Bats, Flory Contracting, and KC Custom Apparel. We couldn't do it without you, and we appreciate your support. So that third quarter saw the Trojans make a couple of different runs. What did you see, Chris, that helped the Trojans cut this lead in half almost?
Well, the Trojans were able to handle the Fishers defense a little bit. They made some adjustments, as Coach said, at halftime, going a little more high ball screen out in the offense, got some open looks, and we're able to get some stops defensively, give themselves a chance here, just down 7 going to the fourth quarter.
Coach, you've talked about Eric Scrinch and this being his type of game all night. He is on the bench to start the fourth quarter. Who out here on the court needs to help fill that void while he gets a breather?
Well, I really think Colt Steiner can play that role as well. Again, I've seen him. Raj James playing really well right now. The whole thing is they got to drive, and I think they got to drive, got to get more inside the free throw line than that. But here you go, Griff. You got to finish this one. Boom, right there. Good.
Bucket.
That's the best post move opportunity they've had all night. They took advantage of it.
Lead is cut to 5.
Trojans keep being able to get it to 5. They haven't been able to get past that mark this half. We'll see what they're able to pick up here as we move along.
Fishers attacks. Good help by Quisenberry that time, and the Trojans will clear.
I want to thank Mandy Watkins for joining us in the broadcast tonight.
Love having that Facebook Live stream going as well. Just another opportunity for
Yeah,
viewers.
we can't do that tomorrow night for the IHA tournament, but there was some scuttle out there on Center Grove Chatter that there was only one legit network, and Inside the Lines Media Network is an IHSA affiliate. We will be in Greenfield Central, and we will be covering the game live legitimately. So tune in, watch us tomorrow night. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be a great night of basketball.
Steiner made a really nice move down here, but Malinga just went up and took it out of the sky, and Fisher goes right back down to the other end, scores a chance for a three-point play.
You know, it's
kind of a chance at a 5-point swing there.
It's not often that I question in a high school game whether something was goaltending or not. There was a part of me that thought from this angle, could that have been a goaltend? But Malinga got up there quick.
He went up a long way to get that ball. I thought we had a pretty good look at it. I thought the ball was still going up. It was pretty impressive.
I might have just been more shocked at how high he caught that thing.
Well, he starts pretty high. He's already 6'8", right? So
that free throw no good. Landon Ray collects the board.
Sorry, Malinga's 6'5".
Oh, darn. Real short. Jane attacks the paint all the way to the rim. Left hand no good. Malinga with the board. He's shown some pretty good ball handling for a big man tonight as he dribbles it off his foot.
We're getting really good at that, announcer's jinx.
We really are.
A lot of activity here tonight, as we talked about with the ceremony going on with Trace Jackson Davis between games, filling in with a nice crowd here tonight. I see lots of kids around too. It's great to see lots of young kids around. So special thanks to Mrs. Leidy and Leidy Law, Alan Leidy, for taking care of getting all the students in for free tonight.
That is great. Hopefully it's a packed house for the varsity game. Trojans fortunate not to turn it over on that inbounds pass, and Scringe will attack the basket. No
Come on,
good.
Griff. Good follow. That's
Jane
a force.
for 3.
That was a force. You thought about it instead of shooting it.
Ooh.
Oh. Kamara is not going to move easily on that one. He had his position and did not move.
I like the idea of a Scringe on the attack there, but you got to know what you're up against when you get to the rim right there. Just under 5 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 35-42. Fishers with the lead and the ball. Bogan, open 3. This one hard off the back.
That's a missed coverage. That should have been over back, I think, on Kamara. They didn't call it. Ray's got to get spotted up here. Yoder in the corner. There it is. Boom, right there. Boom.
3. No good.
Short-armed it.
Bogan with the ball. All the way to the basket off the rebound. Jane with the ball.
No.
Who are they going to get on the foul call here? Jane?
Raj has got to be careful how he handles that ball afterwards, but that you let him play on that one. I think in a varsity game, they let him play on that one.
Yeah. Chris, you ever, as an official, acknowledged a player after a little bit of a mishap on the handling the basketball after a foul?
Yes, I thought that was a nice job of the official there. Jane kind of slammed the ball down. A lot of times that could just be an automatic technical. It was just a little frustration. I think it was more frustration on the last possession rather than on that call. And the official did a nice job going over and just asking him to calm down. And just we like to call it preventative officiating. We did need a technical foul there. The game really didn't call for it. We haven't had anything happen tonight, so we can get away with just talking to the player and calming him down. Nice job there.
Bogan 1 of 2 of the line. The lead increases to 8.
Trojans really need a basket here.
Quisenberry with the ball up top. Some off-ball screen, and there's going to be a foul called. This time it's going to be on, I believe, Isaiah Futch.
This
I
is
think
the
they
most
got
I've seen
Bogan, but both of them are holding, so.
Yeah, I think this is the most I've seen Coach Harding get out on the floor this much consistently. And right now it's just coaching, but he's a little amped up right now also because the team, down, 15 at one time is down to 8 here, and it was down to, 5?
Yep. Jane off the inbounds.
Oh, nice.
Back pass to
what a play.
I don't recommend your point forward, as we're calling him, throw behind the back passes inside the lane very often, but that one worked out well. Nice play.
Yeah, great vision, great cut by Landon Ray as well. Easiest bucket they've had all night.
Would like to welcome Mr. Bat Guy himself, Tom Gandalf, watching us on Facebook. Tom, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all you do for Inside Lines Media Network.
You make it really easy on us with this sponsoring the scoreboard, so we can just let that sucker run all night on its own. So thank you for that. That we don't have to push extra buttons.
You guys, I was going to say, you guys have no idea how much click, 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 click.
Yep.
Held ball there. Back to the Tigers. Trojans need to stop.
Malenga in the post.
Good job challenging Griff.
Landon Ray has done a nice job in the second half. All game long, really rebounding, but in particular, not allowing a lot of second chance opportunities in the second half.
They got to get about a 4-5-0 run here in the next minute and a half, though, to, I think, really make an indent in this game.
We're down to just under 3:30 to play.
Yeah, that's why.
Jane lost it. Kick
Pop
to the
it.
corner. Ray,
Good.
three.
Nope.
Off the mark.
That was a little flat.
Got it. Good.
Nice hustle.
Quisenberry attacks. Almost had the bucket, but will shoot two.
I'm not sure how much of a foul that was by Malenga, but the nice thing is Quisenberry did take that thing strong. Great job by Yoder to hustle down and get that moose ball there to make that opportunity there. I mean, they're down 6. Like I said, I think you got to get a 4 or 5-0 run, get this down to 1 or 2. And the guy's in the house. He's over there by the locker room. TJD is here.
There he is.
going in the locker room to the
Extra security around tonight.
Of course, his dad, who has been the chief of the police here for Center Grove Schools, just retired from that position to take another opportunity. So happy for Ray Jackson, his opportunity. He's done so much for the Center Grove district.
Second free throw no good by Quisenberry. Fishers clears it here with 3 minutes to go now.
Trojans once again have it down to 5. They just can't get past that magic number at the moment.
Now, silky smooth shot there.
Three-pointer by Futch in the corner.
Ray's over here.
Too much dribbling in one spot.
You're right, Chris. I saw Ray wide open on the wing there.
Nice pull-up.
Futch back-to-back buckets. That's huge 5 points for Fishers Tigers right there.
Being 5, now it's 10.
Trojans have to have a bucket here. They're in danger zone in this JV game.
Oh, nice dribble drive by Zhang. Doesn't get the basket, but draws the foul.
Really nice crossover there. We had the perfect angle on that. He was coming straight in our view. And
you know, if Corbin was here, he'd be asking who was our player of the game. And it's got to be Raj Jain. I mean, Screnge has played really well, but think about how Raj has really changed a lot of the tempo in a lot of situations here.
Yeah.
And got this team under control.
Well, and going to putting the ball in his hands for much of the game where he hasn't handled the ball out that much all season out on the floor. So
Trojans have left a lot of points at the free throw line tonight. That is one area that has been a struggle offensively for them.
Yep.
Zhang
1
goes
out of
1
2
for
again.
2. Timeout. It will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. So, Coach, 2:26 to play. You're down by 9. Defensively, how do you expect the Trojans to come out of this timeout? Try to force some turnovers?
Yeah, I think you got to play some kind of press. I don't know if you do a full court press because I don't know if we got the speed to control it, but I think if you do a three-quarter court 2-2-1 or something like that, which is or 1-2-2, probably 2-2-1, I would switch everything in the half court if you're going to play man out of it. To try to just to keep yourself as close to those guys on those switches because they're coming off screens and they're popping it immediately. A couple of baskets have been drives to the bucket, but most of them have just been off passes, off drives, or off screens. So I mean, you're not in a make or break situation that you have to score this possession, but the reality is you've got to get a couple of buckets here in the next minute or two, and you've got to hold them. And Fishers Chris has found the net in the right way these last couple possessions to kind of change the whole tone.
Well, and the Trojans do have a couple of fouls to give, too, before they put Fishers to the line, so they can be a little extra aggressive defensively, knowing they're not getting up free throws at this point.
So they're just playing straight full court man here. No run and jump or anything. Just trying to wear them down, get in their areas.
I'm a little surprised, but
close out.
Three-pointer on the way. This one is good as well. Stoddard with a big bucket.
Stoddard's played well tonight for Fishers as well.
That's one of those ones, Chris, you mentioned the fouls to give. It's almost on that penetration by Bogan by Futch. You almost just give it up and not allow that kick to the corner.
Three, block. Wow.
What a block by Kamara, and he saves it from going out.
Yeah, Jane assumed it went out of bounds, and it just kind of rolled right back, and he was able to get his own block.
Oh, tough take by Stoddard
again.
So when they've needed it most, Futch and Stoddard have answered here in the last 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes of this one. We're down to 1:30 to play in the game. Lead is back up to 14 just like that, 53-39. Landon has to throw it out of the corner. Deep three by Yoder on the way. No good. Quisenberry offensive board and put back in. Another timeout by the Trojans.
Kamara didn't block that shot, but he did force an adjustment because he just blocked a three. It was a high arcing shot. The Trojans were able to get an offensive rebound and a score, but down 12 here with 76 seconds left.
Full timeout. We'll take a quick break. You are watching Inside the Lions Media Network.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At XO by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. XO by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in store.
We're back here in the Center Grove Vandermeer High School gym for the conclusion of this JV matchup between Fishers and Center Grove. Back and forth game. Center Grove made a nice job in the third and fourth quarter, get the lead down to 5, but Fishers has answered on a couple occasions.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter here, a couple of the Fishers subs have really made some nice plays with Fletch and Stoddard, each having 5-0 scoring runs on their own on back-to-back possessions.
Full court press by the Trojans.
Jay, nice
they
job.
force the turnover and results in a basket.
I think the Trojans were looking to foul, which is why Laney's in the game here to try to change it up, and Laney was in the right spot, the right place at the right time, so to speak, to get that pass there in for the easy layup. It looks like what's going to happen, fans, is they're going to have the conclusion of this game. It's going to be teacher recognition first, then we'll have our TJD recognition, and then he'll be signing autographs up here in the southeast corner by the concession stand. It's rarely used up here in the southeast corner.
Trojans force another turnover here on back-to-back possessions. Just under a minute to play, down to about 51 seconds now. They've got to go quick here. Jane nearly loses it. Laney up top, now to Ray.
At this point, we can't be too selective on shots. You just have to get them up. There's Jane putting one up.
3 is good! Down to 7, 36 seconds to go, and quick timeout.
That looked weird because the ball was in play before the whistle was blown, but Coach Marlin was asking for the timeout, and the official, as we talked before, had dropped his whistle out of his mouth.
Another full timeout. We'll be right back here on Inside the Lines Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Trojans on a bit of a run here with 36 seconds left to play. The lead is down to 7. We're coming out of a Raj Zhang three-pointer. And the Trojans have forced back-to-back turnovers on the last 2 possessions for Fishers. They're going to need to do it again if they want to give themselves an opportunity to get this thing within striking distance.
No quit. The lead was back up to 12, but the Trojans have it down to 7 once again. See if they can get another turnover. Make this interesting.
The Trojans really have played. Their
There it
quarter
is.
again.
They do. Lay in the lane, shot no good.
Porter
Gilder.
Laney, get it, Laney. Trap it.
Good opportunity. The Malanga now.
Look
clears. And the two-hand slam. And then stolen on the inbounds by Stoddard.
No fouls.
15 seconds.
No fouls.
Ray does pick up that foul. Is that the team 4th? It's the 5th, so that will put Futch on the line here.
Well, Coach, I think the Trojans have some building blocks that they can take out of tonight's game. I think especially after the rough start, being down 13-5 early and staying in it all night, those are some positives they can take from tonight.
Well, yeah, I was trying to find a moment to say it. This JV team really has played pretty well.
Yeah.
They could have been run out of the building early in the game, down 13-5, and they have battled, and they have battled, and they have battled, and they haven't shut down. And you can see some pieces of the perimeter shooting. You can see the pieces getting scrappy and getting in the bucket. It's just all getting together. But you're right. Moving forward, those pieces are going to be at the next level as early as next year, so that's exciting to see.
Both free throws are good. Final 13.5 seconds here to go. Trojans up the court.
Let's get one more basket here. Get this final margin under 10.
Quisenberry's 3 off the mark. Rebound Malanga. And that'll do it, folks. The final score in this one, 57-46. Fishers holds on to win. We thank you for watching this broadcast. We'll be right back. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Hey sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way. Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Don't buy the Duke, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At Exo by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. Exo by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in.
And welcome back here to Inside the Lines Media Network. Chris Wood with you, as well as Adam Ross and Chris Clark, as we're finishing up the Teacher Appreciation Night here for the boys basketball program. Always a nice night from the aspect of the players getting to recognize educators that have an impact on them, and usually those educators are more than a lot of times. They've had these students multiple times, or sometimes it's just once, but kudos to them. And of course, we thank all of them, and I know so many of those people out there, so thank you, teachers, for what you do, for sure. And Adam, as we bring you back into this program here, excited for the next step, and we're just going to keep it here, honestly, because we're getting ready for the recognition of Trace Jackson Davis and his number 23 to be retired. At least that's my understanding. It's supposed to be retired.
As the Fishers team runs out to...
As they run out, yeah, my understanding is supposed to be maybe they're going to do it here right before the start of the game. We didn't get the memo.
Nope. Change of plans.
They will have, TJD is here. He's in the house. The students, look at the kids lining up over there for the opportunity. So I will make my next assumption, and this is what always gets me in trouble, is that it will be right before tip-off to get this place going crazy.
I think that's probably going to be right. Yeah, Chris and I had a quick pit stop, and we walked past the students over there all lined up. I was surprised they weren't ready for our autographs. I thought that's what the table was set up for, but no, it's for Trace Jackson Davis.
Those kids can't afford my autograph.
Well, at least yours cost something.
So we have a big matchup here tonight between Fishers, number 1 ranked team in the state.
Yeah, let's just jump into our pregame show here.
18th ranked in the country. Trojans kind of on the opposite end in terms of how they're playing, coming off a tough game earlier this week against Noblesville.
60-26, I was there.
And this, we talk about great players, and we're honoring one this evening in Trace on the Center Grove side. This Fishers team has a few players on this roster right now that 10, 15 years from now, or maybe even less than that, maybe getting their own ceremony in the future. Let's talk about a couple of those guys. Coach, who on this Fishers team are you excited to have the opportunity to watch this evening?
Some of those guys are Cooper Zachary, Jason Gardner Jr. for sure, as well as Kai McGrew is someone that attracts me. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing somebody because this team is absolutely loaded, and I think that's a fair way to say it. But ultimately, they are so stinking talented. You're going to see a really good team that in reality is probably going to be playing for a state championship out of the Northern bracket for the, I'd say, Class 4A tournament here later on in about a month and 6 weeks basically from now. Spring break, more like 5 weeks from now. But they're a strong team. They're a team that plays a lot of half-court trap, plays a lot of full-court press. They can shoot the ball, and it's going to be a fun game to watch as a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris, Trojans, we talked about it just a moment ago, coming off of a rough night earlier this week and obviously faced with a pretty daunting task here. How do you look for the Trojans to respond? In particular, how do they compose themselves against, a real powerhouse of a squad, the Tigers?
Well, that's the thing, right? Come out, have some pride. We've got a big crowd tonight. One of the biggest crowds I've seen in the Center Grove boys basketball game in quite a while. Lots of young students here watching you play on your home court. Are you going to come out and have some pride, play hard defensively? And really, the Trojans are going to have to knock down some threes early in the game. Try to spread Fisher's defense out and knock down threes. That's one of the Trojans' advantages. They have a lot of shooters. And the nights that they've played well, they've been able to knock some shots down. On nights where they've struggled, those threes weren't going in, and they've had to try to go elsewhere.
Yeah, speaking of knocking threes down, Coach, you highlighted Cooper Zachary on the Fisher side. He's a guy that can shoot it in many different ways, spot up, in transition. He's a guy that helps to keep this offense going. How do you keep him in check defensively when you have four other weapons on the court the entire time?
Well, you got to get over the top of the ball screens. You can't go under because he's going to pull up and drop and shoot that three every single time that he can. He does like to do a fake handoff on a lot of those threes. So you almost kind of cut to the side thinking it's going to be a dribble handoff, and instead he'll just kind of take that half step back and just launch it. So that's going to be tough. You can't try to block his shot because he likes to step in underneath that, and if you do, he's going to kind of get a foul from you reaching up over him and coming down on his head or his arm situation. The good thing about Cooper Zachary, and I say good in very small letters, is he can get out of control a little bit offensively and defensively, gambles, but that's also what makes, I would argue, makes good players great players, is that you take chances, you don't play it safe.
Yep. Trojans will have their hands full with him, and defensively it looks like South or Alvey, we probably anticipate we get a little bit of that defensive matchup. Chris, when you're going up against a player that can do it in multiple ways, is it a one-man effort to try to stop him, or how much do you expect the Trojans to help on Zachary in particular?
Well, the Trojans are going to have to help on Zachary just because he's such a good player, but you also have Kai McGrew on the other end that's a 6'9" player that can dominate inside, and we've seen the Trojans struggle against big players the last several games. The Southport game really stands out to me, where Southport had a couple of big players inside, and the Trojans just couldn't handle that at all in the second half. So the Trojans are going to have to kind of go back and forth between helping outside and then, but also being able to prevent Fishers from getting anything easy inside as well.
We're going to go ahead and take our first break before this game. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, Well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Hey sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way. Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Don't buy the Duke, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At XO by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. XO by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in.
Welcome back to this pregame show here on Inside the Lines Media Network. Getting ready to celebrate and honor Center Grove legend Trace Jackson Davis. Not just a Center Grove legend, but an IU legend. And, Coach, it looked like there may be some familiar faces or a familiar face in the stands as well.
Yeah, I know my son got his picture with Anthony Leal, and as an IU guy, Anthony Leal is one of those guys who just hustled and was a class act on and off the court and gave back his NIL money to help pay for his sister's school and that story and everything. Anthony Leal is right down there next to TJD right now, and I'm trying to see if I recognize the other guy down there. But this is a big night for Trace. It's pretty cool that some of these guys are here to support Trace tonight. And, you think about, Trace is one of those stories, kind of like a Michael Jordan, that he was an okay player in middle school. He really didn't come into his own until late freshman year into his sophomore year of high school, and then he just exploded. And I remember watching him when I would be over at Whiteland and broadcasting Whiteland games as I was teaching over there, and the dude just got better and better in high school, And obviously, he did okay at IU.
Did okay.
Yeah.
Didn't score many points, though, right?
No, not too many points, not too many blocks.
What'd you say earlier? I think third all-time leading scorer for the Hoosiers?
I believe it's third. It might be fourth, but I believe I saw the stat not too long ago that he is third.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the upcoming matchup. Speaking of legends, Jason Gardner Jr. on the floor for Fishers. His father, of course, Jason Gardner, North Central Arizona grad. And his son, not a bad ball player himself. Chris, what can you tell us about Jason Gardner coming into this one?
He'll be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm Chris, your coach.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
That's all right. Jason's a lot like his dad, right? He's
Yeah.
he's quick. He drives. He can get to the basket. He's catch and shoot shooter like his dad was as well. But he's really going to look to penetrate and try to put pressure on the defense by breaking it down, going toward the basket. That's where you have to really worry about your drive, draw, and dish. And if you're not able to handle him individually, one-on-one, he's going to be able to get to the basket and score.
Well, the guy is going to be a recruit. He can pretty much go to any college in the country from a basketball standpoint that he wants to go to. He is so skilled out there, and I still remember his dad playing for North Central and how good he was at North Central.
So the Trojans go on to the locker room. I tell you what, Fishers coming off a state championship here with their Fishers versus everybody's shirts. They're shooting shirts, but they've actually got a literal target on their back.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget, they've got a target every single night they play. They've got to bring it as the number 1 ranked team in the state. And as you said, I think 18th nationally, and that's probably too low.
I love it. I mean,
fantastic.
I mean, I want that target on my back, but that's the way of reminding the guys that everybody's going to come after you every single night. I think that's incredible.
You're always going to get everybody's best shot. And I think that's one thing that's really impressive about this team, to be undefeated at this point, 19-0. You know you're a good team. And to be able to coach as a coach, keep your team humble and hungry still every game in and out is pretty special.
Yeah, Coach Winninger, as we said during the JV game, has really developed a really nice program, and he's a coach that, going back to even when I was doing some of their games, Coach Winninger doesn't put up with mistakes. And that's how you build a program, right? You set a standard. We saw that with Coach Signetti at IU. You set a standard, and the standard is met, or you don't play. And Coach Winninger's really put that in strong with Fishers since they've come along, and they've risen to the top of the state and been able to stay there for the last several years and really develop a really strong basketball program.
The student section for me is the most impressive thing of the night, because it's been a few years since we've had a student section that went this far back.
Yeah.
Or as I like to be called, the Trojan Army. So kudos to the Center Grove High School students for getting here. Of course, again, thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Leidy and Leidy Law for sponsoring any K-12 student who wanted to get in free tonight to make it possible for this great opportunity. But a great turnout here by the students tonight.
Well, we have a moment before the Trace Jackson Davis ceremony. Let's thank our Hardwoods Club sponsors once again. That's IU Health, Kopetsky Auto Wash, Lake Hornsby, True Point Financial Advisors, the Mark Linder team over at Century 21, Day One Promotions, Ray Skillman Automotive Group, Tried and True Ale House, the Driving Academy, Leidy Law, Milestone Performance Academy, and the Dugout.
Why don't we take a break now? We can talk about keys and games and stuff.
Perfect.
Those kind of things, and we'll come back. We'll make this a quick break here and come back. You're ready to rock and roll. What do you think?
Sounds great. You're watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
I say the first.
We're back here on Inside the Lines Media Network, getting ready for the beginning of this varsity matchup between Fishers, the number 1 team in the state, and the Center Grove Trojans. Let's talk a little bit while we have a moment about our keys to the game. Coach, let's start with you. What are you looking for this evening?
Well, for Center Grove, I mean, they got to shrink this game down. They got to control the tempo of it. They've got to prevent possessions. The fewer possessions, the better it favors Center Grove, as long as Center Grove is able to get the ball through the basket. So if they don't score, then they got to make it more helter-skelter to give them a chance to get more touches. They got to make Cooper Zachary a scorer, not a playmaker tonight, in my opinion. They got to be able to protect the paint with good passer in there without over-helping, because they're just so quick I don't know how much you can help on somebody like Cooper Zachary. I really think you got to play him straight up, and you got to gamble a little bit in that situation. Offensively, I think the Trojans have got to be able to play through Flint South. The sets have got to be crisp. They've got to be good passes. They've got to attack those elbows just like we saw the JV team able to do as the game went on more and more just a few minutes ago. They got to get more free throws and take advantage of those free throw opportunities. And they've got to get some of those defensive boards and obviously keep them off second and third chance opportunities. That's a mouthful.
I love it. I love it. And Chris, how about keys to the game for Fishers?
Well, Fishers, number one, their defense turns to offense, right? So they're going to really look to use, whether they go to half court or they start right away with a full court defense, they're going to try to really turn the Trojans over and get this game into a running game. While they have inside-out ability, they're best when they're forcing turnovers and getting easy baskets, so they're going to look to put pressure on the Trojans early and force turnovers and get out to a lead. If they let the Trojans stick around, then the Trojans will have hope and give themselves a chance, but Fishers are really going to look to put the hammer down early with their defensive pressure like we saw in the JV game.
How do we handle – ultimately it's going to come down to, I think, how well do we handle their defense and be able to score, because offensively they're going to have production that we're not able to match.
Yep.
Just because of their speed and their ability to shoot the ball amongst all five guys outside. Can we hit those outside shots? Absolutely. But I think we have to play a really solid game, and how well do we eliminate some things for them?
Yeah, I'm interested personally to watch the rebounding battle in this one. The one that you can't allow is second and third chance opportunities. This team is too good on their first chance to give them second and third chance opportunities. Well, you see Trace Jackson. Trace Jackson Davis is getting near and near to the edge of the court here.
Well, I got a big old hug from Coach Eric Moore there, who obviously Trace didn't play football. I don't know if Trace played his freshman year, maybe. He played early on, I believe. But still, a lot of respect for a guy like that, obviously, between the two of them.
You can definitely feel the anticipation. You can see the student section all standing up, very excited here for what is about to occur.
Well, what I'm most excited about, and both of you can relate to this, probably even more than I can now that I got a 7th grader, but how many of these little kids are over there waiting for the autograph?
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't seen TJD. I don't think he didn't get to the boys basketball camp this year. He did 2 years ago. So this is just an incredible opportunity for these kids to have that moment, someone they've talked about. TJD was already out of high school until these kids were born. That's the reality now. But they know who he is because of the success he had at Center Grove, the success he had at IU, and the success he's had, honestly, in the NBA. I really wish TJD would have had an opportunity to come to the Pacers.
Yeah.
I was hoping they were going to pull off some type of trade, because I think he would have been someone with his ability in the post that would have played well the type of style the Pacers like to play with.
He's played it well against the Pacers almost every opportunity he's gotten, most recently with the Raptors. Yeah.
Got a couple of the news channels here tonight. I see Channel 8 down there. Big night.
Big night here.
Fantastic to see a really good crowd on hand tonight.
So we are ready for Trace Jackson Davis's jersey retirement ceremony as he comes onto the court to a loud round of applause. And we're going to just keep it here and let you be part of this moment.
Night after night, he represented the Cream and Crimson with toughness, passion, and pride. At IU, he is third in career points, 2,258. School record in career rebounds, 1,143. School record in career blocks, 270. Third in career double levels. One of 5 players in Big Ten basketball history to record 2,000 career points and 1,000 career rebounds. 11 career 30-point games. 24 career 20-point, 10-rebound games. 112 games with at least 10 points, including 45 straight to finish his career. Blocked at least 1 shot in 105 games, 78 multi-block games. Posted career averages of 17.9 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. A consensus first-team All-American by the Associated Press, NABC, Sporting News, and USBWA. John R. Wooden Award Men's National Ballot, Karl Malone Award winner, Naismith Men's Defensive Player of the Year 2023 semifinalist, and the Lou Olson National Player of the Year finalist. Wow. After college, Trace was drafted by the Golden State Warriors and recently was traded to the Toronto Raptors. But what makes tonight even more special is this. No matter how far he goes, Trace will always be a Trojan. Trace, we are incredibly proud of you, the leader you've become, and the example you set for the next generation. Your commitment, perseverance, and character represent the very best of Center Grove. On behalf of our students, staff, coaches, and community, welcome home. We are always cheering for you, always supporting you, and always proud to call you one of our own. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a heartfelt Center Grove welcome to Trust Jackson Davis.
I had forgotten all the accolades that he got his senior year, gentlemen.
Please stand and remove your hats.
Yeah, that was impressive. And we are going to move right into our national anthem here, performed by the CG Singers.
Fantastic job.
A couple familiar faces out there, Coach.
Yeah, I got to admit, as a parent there, I was saying, where's my son? Where's my son? I can't find my son. Guess what? He was right up there in the front row. I missed him somehow. But, yeah, they sounded fantastic, as they always do. I love how they have the guys there, the home of the brave, and they kind of do the different one tone and then the second tone right after that. Just, I don't know. Let's see if the Trojans can carry over some of the momentum from this into a hot start here, and let's just see what happens here. As I would always say, why not us?
That's right.
Why not us?
And Fisher's number 1 ranked in the state in basketball. The varsity show choirs for Center Grove, number 1 in the state as well.
Show choir hasn't lost in 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah.
My son would say I should know that, and I probably should, but
hey, we got a rocket atmosphere starting here.
We'll get your starters here in just a moment after we finish the lineup introductions. Definitely a buzz in the arena this evening. More than we've seen in quite a long time, I think.
Fantastic night here. I was having trouble hearing you a little bit there. We got the pep band going. We got the announcers into it. We got the lights off for the introductions. A great night for high school basketball here in Indiana.
Now we appreciate Vivian Ross joining us in the broadcast. Again, thanks Tom Gandolf for joining us. Still trying to get those pitching lessons scheduled, my friends, so let us know when the grass is ready to have some cleats in it, and let's get some pitching going here. But basketball season's here still, boys.
Fishers wins the tip. We'll set our lineups here for the Tigers at Jean-Claude Lahome, Cooper Zachary, Levi Walker,
down there for a second.
Kai McGrew, and Ethan Hilsman. Into the lane, McGrew, his shot no good. Offensive rebound, put up and in.
Well, we've seen it right off the bat. Offensive rebound early for Fishers.
Now, Goodpaster's going to have a handful, and they're trying to stop McGrew, that's for sure.
The Trojans come out starting with Clinton South, Alec Heichelbeck, Gabe Baxter, Xavier Laney, and Braden Goodpaster.
Yeah, good to see the Heichelbeck is back after not playing at Noblesville last week. Jude Owen is still out for the Trojans, but Heichelbeck is back, so that's kind of your point guard leadership there. It also is critical. It lets Alvey, South, and Laney not have to handle the ball quite as much.
Trojans with a couple opportunities to get the ball into the lane, but no shots up yet.
Yeah, Gabe's got to take it towards that elbow. There he goes. Now he's got a kick.
The Tigers' length on defense is already showing just on the first possession. The Trojans having a very difficult time offensively.
Laney, a good attack. And the foul. Trojans with an early opportunity for an and one.
Is that Mr. Hamilton calling that official? Calling that down there?
It was. I think it was one of those finishes where I don't think he thought the finish was going to be there. He didn't look like he was real happy with that whistle to be the first one of the game, but
he never looks happy.
Well, he was that's.
He's very intense out there, shall we say, Chris?
Gary's been at it a long time, and
he does a great job.
State finals. He's
great.
He's one that helps control the game.
Laney's free throw is good. Early 3-2 lead here for Center Grove.
Hey, if nothing else, the Trojans have led tonight, right?
That's right. McGrew handled the ball. He gives it up. Back to McGrew in the post now. 4 Trojan defenders around him.
That's going to be the big matchup tonight with McGrew in the post, so the Trojans able to recover out on the Fishers shooters.
Well, they're going to play off Hilsman here, and that paid off right there because Baxter dropped down to McGrew and doubled down on him, and the ball started to go into him.
Nice block out by Goodpaster to keep McGrew away from the second chance opportunity. Trojans will reset offensively here now. It's Alec Heichelbeck up top. He looks to attack. Down the lane. Layup is up and good. All the way around the rim and out. Fishers will clear. Alley-oop opportunity to McGrew. No foul is called, and the Trojans look to push after the turnover. 5 on 4.
I think they got to push in this situation. That way they can get the drive and pop. I think the more they stand around, kind of said the same thing at Noblesville last week. I know the scouting report says eliminate possessions. I think they've got to play a faster pace and get as many shot opportunities as they can personally. The biggest thing is how well do they play on defense and lock down just half these guys. You can lock down half of them, you're going to take chances with a couple of them. You can't guard all of them the same.
Into the post, Heichelbeck turns and scores.
Great move there by Alec. Very patient, under control.
Fisher is looking to regroup offensively here on their third possession. Into the post, McGrew. Another double team comes. Nice.
That's just a strong move.
Get it and go. Get it and go. Get it and go.
Interesting, Fisher's backed off that time defensively after the made basket.
4:50 to play in the first quarter. It is 5-4. The Trojans with the early lead.
Now, see, I don't like this possession. I think it's too stagnant at the top instead of getting somewhere with the dribble. They got to get somewhere, like right there.
South, quarter three.
Boom.
Good! 8-4.
Use that dribble. You got to get somewhere with that dribble. And finally, when Alec did that, he found South in the corner. If he's going to just stand out there and dribble and wait for the high ball screen to come, I think that's where we're going to have our turnovers, our issues.
3-point attempt, no good, and South clears with the rebound. He'll look to push a little bit. Resets to Heichelbeck up top. Trojans look strong here, both offensively and defensively, to begin this.
Laney's got to look to take it. Here comes the high up screen.
Attacks into the middle, gets to the free throw line.
Good, he's trying not to, when he does that high ball screen, he's trying not to roll back to the block, which is the general intent, because if he does, he's just going to bring McGrew back in there, and that's just a shot blocker waiting to have a field day. So he's going to play it more on perimeter.
Wing. Yep, it's a good call. South attacks. Right hand up and under, no good. Offensive rebound. Up strong again. This one is good.
Yeah, great job by Clint there. Sorry, Chris, I'm kind of a talking machine at the moment, but great job there by Clint to just stay with it and go up strong, Chris.
Yeah, South just used his muscles there to get the first shot up and then stuck with it. And a quick finish and a nice start for the Trojans and a quickly moving first quarter.
Into the lane, that shot is
go,
good.
Go.
That's Levi Walker on the bucket.
Coach wants them to slow down. Okay, so again, I think Alex has got to get towards the free throw, the elbows, something like this, and not just stand out there and dribble. This makes them work some defensive. Nice little curl. Oh, Gabe, be ready to shoot it. There you go. Shoot it, Goody. Boom.
Three-pointer, good. Braden Goodpaster. Trojans, 2:40 to play in the first quarter with a 7-point lead.
Ray Jackson's back there behind the scorer's table in his little hoodie back there going crazy each time those shots are going down. Good to see him back here. Again, thanks for all things that Ray has done for the community, for the school district. I don't think people really realize all the things that he's helped from a safety standpoint for this district in his tenure when he was here as the chief of the Center Grove Police Department.
I think was up until this point, he's been the only chief, correct?
He is. He helped start the program, yes.
McGrew with the attack, and a blocking foul is called.
See, I think that's probably a good call, Chris, because I think he undercut him. I think it was too far under and didn't give him room to come down. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Oliver's just a little late on the rotation there. One of the points of emphasis lately has been really on those plays to have more blocks because it's dangerous for a player to slide under late. And so the defender has to be there a little bit earlier than they've had in the past, and that was a good call by the official. Gary Hamilton once again.
Yeah, you got Heichelbeck that's come out, and you have Goodpasters come out. So now how do these guys who have come into the game, how do they handle this situation? You got a little momentum here. You got a little energy, a little testosterone going here. How do you handle this? You can't have any letdowns here because Alvy's going to be the primary ball handler here, and I think you've got to go right at him. Go 1-2-2.
And they pull it out. Yeah, I thought maybe there was an opportunity to attack right there, Chris. Near turnover. Baxter holds onto the ball, though.
Both teams have gone a little smaller with a couple of subs here this time, so we'll see how the
I think Alby
played a little bit.
Yeah. I think Alvey needs to attack that elbow. One more dribble, then kick. I think he's giving it up too quick, and that allows that defender to close out a little too quick there, and it would kind of space it out. Like Gabe's got to attack this. He's got to attack the free throw line here. Get rid of the ball screen, then have them pop. I think it's a little too early.
South to the basket. Up strong. No good. Cleared and rebounded this time by Corey Braylon.
Bit of a force that time by South.
Zachary Cooper up top. He's one of our guys to watch tonight. Kicks to the corner. 3-point on the way. No good. Battle for the board. Fishers
Come on,
with
Laney,
a
you gotta
second
box
chance
out.
opportunity. Oh, man, what a pass.
See, that's on Laney because he lost his energy. And he was kind of, I don't know if he's winded or what. I mean, he's got to be working his butt off in there, but he was on the weak side and slow rotation back to the strong side there and kind of reached in there. So what was 13-7, right, Chris, or 13-6 is now 13-10 here, the chance to decrease it even more.
Yeah, 13-6, 4-0 run here.
Couple of offensive rebounds. And Trojans go right back to Goodpaster here.
Change for the Fishers Tigers, number 25. Kai McGrew will get a breather. I believe that's Max Hopkins, 32, checked in. Free throw is good. 1:25 to play here in the first quarter. It is 13-11 now. And it's been all McGrew and all Lahome here early in this one. Excuse me, McGrew and Levi Walker, I believe. Trojans need a strong possession here. They've gone a handful without scoring. Here's Baxter on the drive, attacks the right arm up, no good. Rebounded and cleared by the Tigers. Just under a minute to play in the first quarter.
We'll get it.
Nearly turned over.
Laney's going to need a blow here. If I was coach, the next dead ball, I'd get him out for the rest of the quarter, get him a little wind and breath in here and get him back in starting the second quarter. Like right now, I'd get Laney out, get him a blow. I know you want him in offensively, but and here we go. Is this going to be for Laney for Stark? Yep.
Good call, Coach.
Well, and Stark, every game he's come in that we've done, he comes in and knocks down a 3 or 2. It'd be great to have him knock one down here toward the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, he was cold at Noblesville, so he's due a big game.
Trojans done a nice job handling the defensive pressure from Fishers here early.
Looks like they're going to be content to try to hold for one shot. It's 45 seconds is a long time to hold the ball. We'll see what they do here.
South a handoff up top. On the drive, the kick back up to Goodpaster. Another three-pointer on the way. No good.
He didn't have his feet set at all.
Well, it's not his shot, but he's playing on the perimeter and he's open. He can shoot it. He can make it. He's not your highest percentage shooter, but
with 23 seconds left, that's probably not the shot to take.
This is true.
Gave Fishers an extra possession to end the quarter.
Final 7 seconds of the first quarter here.
Switch it.
Three-pointer on the way. This one no good. Rebound South. Get it up there. At the end of our first quarter, it's the Trojans with the lead 13-11 over Fishers. You're watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Don't buy the dude, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
Gardner Jr. hurt.
We're back here on Inside the Lines Media Network in Center Grove. Vandermeer Gym. The Center Grove Trojans come out strong, have an early 2-point lead, 13-11. Chris, what have you seen that's impressed you here so far?
Well, the Trojans came out with energy. That's what you're hoping to see from the start. Played a strong first quarter, did get a couple offensive rebounds. But toward the end of the quarter, the Trojans did a much better job finishing possessions, getting defensive rebounds. They've really forced Fishers to shoot some tough shots. So that's good to see that that Fishers hasn't been able to pound the ball inside at will to McGrew like we thought they might try to do early on.
Trojans have the ball to begin this second quarter. They're moving left to right on your screen. Stark has it in the corner now. He gives it up to Heichelbeck deeper in the corner. Looks to attack a little bit. Continued ball pressure from Fishers defensively. Nice give and go. Good strong take by Alec Heichelbeck, and he'll shoot two.
Fantastic play there. The Trojans got a little stagnant on offense. Heichelbeck made a pass and immediately cut past where the pass was made to. Is an easy give and go, and he'll get to the line for two shots. Good lesson out there for you young players. Nothing's going offensively. Throw a pass and make a cut.
First free throw is good. One of the things that we've noted earlier in the pregame broadcast and just talking amongst ourselves is Trojans have got to get into the paint and have their fair share of free throw attempts. This will be their third of the game, and they've made all three. (15-11), the Trojans lead it. Zachary Cooper bringing it across for Fishers now. He's been held scoreless. He was one of the guys to watch.
Walker and McGrew have been it for Fishers so far.
Levi Walker, a tough shot, no good. Fight for the rebound and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. And McGrew will check back in for Fishers along with number 3, Jean-Claude Lahome. Coach, what's been your impression from Goodpaster in particular on how he's played McGrew so far, especially offensively? I think he's done a nice job.
Well, I think he's trying to play him more in front of him and between him and the basket, which I think is what you got to do, and then count on help coming doubling down on him inside. And so far, I think Goody's done a nice job against him. I don't know where that pass was going necessarily there. I think Alvey thought he was going to curl back to the bucket, and Goody wasn't in that situation. But honestly, I mean, you got Laney coming back in, you got South coming back in, Heichelbeck. Assuming Heichelbeck stays in and Goody stays in here. This is the lineup that got him the lead. This is the lineup that I think is going to be critical to try to potentially extend this. But also give credit to these reserves. They've come in here and they've sustained that lead.
Yeah.
With all the adrenaline they've been able to play off, they have kept that.
McGrew
Where's
in the
help
post,
on that
up
one?
Strong, the basket no good.
There's your answer on defense. He just played him straight up in front.
Fantastic
and
defense.
That was great defense.
The last possession, the Trojans turned the ball over. We talked about, Coach, we talked about in the pregame, the Trojans handling Fisher's defensive pressure. That turnover was their first turnover of the game, and they have 2 in a row. Yeah. I'm going to stop talking about stuff.
Lahome on the run. Great. Oh, it sure looked like
I think Alvey got him.
Did he get him?
No, they're going to go with the foul on Goodpaster.
So I thought Alvey got a lot of ball on that, but
yeah, that's Goodpaster's second. That's a big foul.
Yeah, it's going to bring Reese in. If I'm coach, I'm playing Reese in the inside, using that football body as a safety defensive player and just bang the crap out of him. I don't know if crap's a word you can say on internet, but
you can. It's still okay.
Is it okay?
It's okay still.
It's amazing what else I hear all day nowadays. Chris Clark is going to find me as the FCC of Inside the Lines Media Network.
First free throw from Lahome is good.
It was great last Saturday to get a chance to do a game with Rob Thompson up at Noblesville. Baseball season quickly running around. We are the official home of Center Grove baseball this year.
Very exciting.
For the high school again, excited about that. If you're interested in sponsoring Center Grove baseball this year, please reach out to us and info at InsideTheLinesMedia.com, and we'll be happy to work with you to find some sponsorship opportunities. Got 3 cameras ready to rock and roll.
Fisher's back to that 2-1-2 full court, not super pressing, but just making the Trojans work for it a little bit here.
I don't like this high ball screen stuff. I think you got to be going towards the bucket, towards the elbow, instead of just playing around the perimeter, though.
South does attack a little bit, now backs it back out.
It's too much side to side.
Yep. Trojans have had success when they've gotten into the paint. But Fisher's defense pushing the Trojan ball handlers all out beyond the volleyball line. Patient offensively.
Yeah, but there's nothing to the bucket. There's no drive, no kick opportunity. It's all just one-on-one with guys cutting around.
Oliver's
now you
in the
got
post.
Reese inside, yeah, and that's a good move by Reese there.
Fisher's clear as 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Trojans leading by 2. Cooper's 3 on the way, no good.
That's a fantastic rebound. That's a fantastic rebound.
They're going to get McGrew with the foul.
That's got to be on McGrew because
I'm surprised. I thought they were going to get
Gabe had a clear box out in front of him.
I thought they were going to get him for moving under him. I thought McGrew grabbed the ball before, but we'll take it, right? We'll take it.
Look at this line here. I'm going to take a picture of this for everybody online. Look at this line here of people
the autograph
waiting.
line is from one end of the gym to the other side on the south wall here. Got an off-the-ball foul. We're getting a little
That's too quick
bit
on
of
McGrew.
context here. No, that one was on Hillsman.
Oh, that's on. I apologize. Hillsman. Change up here for your Trojans, number 10. Grant Aaron checking into the game. It's going to give Reese Oliver a blow. Trojans get into the block. Now back out to the corner is Laney. Still in that corner, now gets it up top to South. Deep three-point attempt on the way. This one no good. Rebound McGrew. Lahome into the lane. Pass on the block. Nice cut. Easy basket. This one by Tristan Braylon. Timeout, Center Grove Trojans.
Probably a good timeout there by Coach. We can talk about it in a minute.
This is a full timeout. We'll be back in a moment. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At XO by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. XO by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in store.
Thank you for joining us this evening. On the court right now is the Center Grove girls varsity basketball team who's playing tomorrow night in the regional championship, and we are proud and honored to have that game and be able to broadcast that game as well. So Trojans got up to a 7-point lead in this one at one point in time, 13-6. Fishers have
clawed their way back into it as Tigers, no pun intended.
Yeah. It's 15-15.
Seventh graders sometimes think it's funny.
You know.
Good timeout by Coach Hahn there. Trojans a little bit stagnant on offense the last couple of possessions. A couple of defensive lapses there. Just take a timeout, get yourself back focused, and be ready to go here. The Fishers are going to put the full court trap on here.
Hard timeout.
They're going to
got a foul.
Tori Braylon looked like a little too handsy on the reach there.
As a coach, that just kills you. You got a player trapped against the inline who's got nowhere to go, and you reach for the ball and pick up a silly foul.
Something to watch here. That's the fourth team foul by Fishers already in the second quarter.
Oh, there you go. You got 2-on-1. You got
Attack.
South in the. Oh, you missed it.
Baxter up and under.
You got it.
Good.
You had South open for the three in the opposite corner, though. No Jason Gardner Jr. tonight, guys, it looks like.
I see him on the far end of the bench, and his left hand is all wrapped up with, it looks like kind of maybe a pseudo cast, so it looks like he might be out a while for Fisher, so the Tigers having to make some adjustments.
McGrew and Walker have been the focal points tonight, and that's Lahome.
Yeah, that was a high ball screen there off Hillsman.
He's got 5 here in the second period.
Bad pass. That's a bad pass. You got to think who you're going to and the distance you're going to that person.
And so Fishers is retaking the lead here, first time since the first basket of the game. 18-17, just over 3 minutes to play, and Center Grove will get the basketball.
Yeah, Grant Aaron's out there for the first time tonight, and tall, lanky guy out there. Works hard.
So Trojans again going up against this full court press.
Swing it. Go attack the middle. Alvey come a diagonal cut.
Baxter does get across the half court line.
Now attack the elbow.
I agree with you. Too much standing too far away from the basket.
And see, you're going to pick up your dribble off a high ball screen. You're just letting the defense have a chance to rotate and get reset for that. Out of that.
Chris, it looks like Braylon's doing a nice job there defensively for Fishers, though.
Yeah, I mean, every Fishers player just defends one-on-one very well. It makes it difficult for the Trojans to do anything. Again, we're talking about a lot of standing and watching the ball handler. We're not seeing much movement. We saw a couple of nice plays earlier where the Trojans made a pass and made a cut and got a nice shot. But
Alvey attacked. McGrew was there to disrupt that. Didn't get a hand on it, but did disrupt it. That's going to be a foul on Clint South.
Little overplay there. Nothing wrong with that foul. Little off balance.
Trojans, the one thing we've seen a little bit this second quarter, a little bit more rushed, a couple turnovers here.
They've been a little more passive offensively. I mean, that's the big thing is it's more standing and just basic cutting instead of being aggressive off the dribble. And I think that's kind of a theme throughout the year. The more they're aggressive to the paint, and I know this is redundant that I'm saying this, but the more that opens up those shooters outside versus just passing around the perimeter with a skip pass from side to side.
Number 21, Torrey Brayland here at the line. Chance to extend the Fishers lead. The first one is good.
This next 2 minutes, 12 seconds, Chris, I think is critical. The Trojans keep this thing close.
Yeah, they played.
Because you just kind of feel it slipping away.
Yeah, they played really well for most of the first half, but 3 turnovers here in the second quarter, giving up some easy shots. Fishers, a couple of backdoor cuts, getting to the free throw line. Really need to refocus here in the first half.
2 for 2 from the line. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. It is 20-17 now.
We welcome Bryant Lane, Vivian Ross. Any relation?
I don't know. I'm sure somewhere down the line. Somewhere down
and
the line.
Ruth Carson Covert for joining us tonight through Facebook. We appreciate it.
Trojans beat the press here.
Here you go.
Stark into the corner.
There you
back
go.
Nearly turned over. South corner 3.
That's good.
Good. His second.
That's his second one of the night.
That was a big one. The Trojans really needed that there. Tied back up at 20. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
South's looked pretty confident out there this evening.
Yeah, he's got 8 points so far in this game.
Second chance opportunity, no, but the third will go.
Yeah, you can't give him those second and thirds. We've talked about that. And
Hillsman.
With good pasture, with 2 fouls on the bench, that impacts him a little bit.
Trojans reset offensively, a minute and a half to play. Getting the Coach Hahn's call from the sideline. Baxter into the deep corner, attacks baseline.
Oh, there you go.
Kick to Stark, open
Boom, baby.
3. No good. Good look, and McGrew clears. Couple nice possessions from the Trojans, though, the last 2.
Got a nice open look there. Stark just couldn't knock it down, forcing a turnover here.
Good. Now capitalize.
1 minute to go in the first half.
Fishers does do a really nice job getting back. They've gotten beat once, I think, on fast break, but other than that, they really recover quickly, even when it looks like the Trojans have a chance at transition.
I think Coach wants to go one shot here, then go 4 low. 1-4 low for the last shot. I think that's what I saw him call out.
I think you're exactly right, Coach. This is about a 30-second possession already.
It's a long time to hold the ball.
Against this speed and length of defensive arm span, yeah.
You got to be careful with Lahome out there. He can poke this ball away.
Down to 15 seconds here. Trojans do look content to work for one good shot. Errant pass, but Stark saves it in the corner.
South wants it.
South, wing 3, off the mark. Fishers clears a chance at a last-second shot. Lahome 3 on the way, no good. At the end of our first half, an exciting matchup. Fishers does lead 22-20 over the Trojans. We'll be back with the halftime show. You're watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Hey sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way. Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Don't buy the Duke, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At XO by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. XO by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in.
Welcome back to our halftime show here between the Center Grove Trojans and the Fishers Tigers. An exciting first half. I'm hesitant to say surprising first half, but a very encouraging first half.
Yeah, I thought the Trojans played really well in the first half. They came out with energy. We've got a great crowd here tonight, especially with honoring Trace Jackson Davis before the game. The Lighties taking care of all the Center Grove students getting in for free tonight. Fantastic of them to be able to do that, providing a great atmosphere for a Friday night basketball game. And the Trojans showed up. They showed out to play tonight. Just 3 turnovers in the first half. Played pretty well, only trailing by 2 at halftime against the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, and if you're watching this one, we hope you are, and it's been very exciting. We do want to thank our free stream broadcast sponsors tonight, Kopetsky Auto Wash and XO by Sophia, that made this opportunity to be a free stream for folks, not behind a paywall, which is always exciting. One thing I want to note, we talked a lot in the pregame about Cooper Zachary. He's been held scoreless thus far, and he has not had an open look yet.
The Trojans have done a really nice job against him. They decided to guard him straight up, man-to-man, and the Trojans have done it by committee. They've rotated different players out on him, and Zachary, like you said, a couple of his shots might have been open, but they were deep.
Yeah.
And you're okay with him taking 25-foot three-pointers. I think he got to the basket once and missed a layup, but other than that, they really have done a fantastic job against him.
He got one high ball screen that we went under and had a screen from the crew. But besides that, you're right, Chris. They've done a really nice job containing him tonight.
And with Gardner out for Fishers tonight, that puts a little more responsibility on Zachary, and the Trojans have done a nice job so far.
Pretty balanced scoring from the Trojans, too. Clint South does have 8 points. He's shown out a little bit, but we've got 5 Trojans who have scored in this one. And I think that's pretty key, too. They're not relying on one player. It means the ball's moving a bit. We saw a couple stagnant moments offensively. But, Coach, the Trojans finished that quarter pretty strong.
They did. Like you said, they got a little more stagnant. But, you know, the thing they have done is they've eliminated the opportunity for turnovers. They have not had the turnovers. Fishers has not gotten any baskets I can recall on easy turnovers and easy baskets their way. Fishers has had to work offense almost every single possession to score in that first half. And if you're Coach Hahn, I mean, you don't want to be down 2 right now because you were up, but you also have to be very, very pleased with the reality that going into halftime, your guys have played really, really well. And after I know Coach had to be disappointed how they played at Noblesville last week. I mean, they gave up 10 3-pointers in that game against 2 guys last week for Noblesville and thought it was going to be more productive than what they did. And we didn't show up last week. That's the honest truth. Those are my words, not Coach's. But the reality is, can they sustain that here in the second half? The great thing is, Chris, is that you're down 2. These fans have to want to stick around now, because it's not like you're down by 10, 15 points right now, and they're going to say, okay, well, this game is done. We're going to go home. This is a great game. And you want your kids to see these kind of games, hopefully, and learn from these kind of games, not just be here for TJD's autograph, as important as that is.
You're exactly right? You could say the fans came for TJD. It's our job to keep him here, and I think they did that in the first half. You know, coming into this, we thought it was a daunting task for the Trojans. You came in and said you need to play really good basketball for 32 minutes. Well, the job's half over. Now you only have to play really good basketball for 16 minutes. So at this point, they've done a great job. We're getting a nice little halftime show here by the jump rope team. Man, they've been out there a long time. I'm tired just watching them.
You know, I do that every day.
I'm sure you do.
At about 5 p.m. right before or at the end of a basketball practice, that would be my pregame or my pre-practice or my post-practice routine right there.
I think
with those half-inch ups that I've got.
I need to start that. At this point, I hate to say it, but even putting socks on is a near tragedy. So I think a little jump rope might do me good.
I have the dogs put my socks on for me in the morning.
I will tell you,
I
do not jump rope doing the splits. That's very impressive. I'm trying to talk about the game, but watching these ladies out there now, adding a gentleman in with them, my goodness gracious.
You know, one thing I am interested to look at in this second half, the one kind of little area that has been troubling for the Trojans has been a few offensive rebounds. The Tigers have gotten a few second chance points. McGrew in particular has been a force in the paint. He had 6 points in the first quarter. They did hold him scoreless in the second quarter, but he's been imposing himself down there.
I have not been keeping track of McGrew's rebounds, but I know at a minimum he's got 5 and at least 2 offensive rebounds because he got both of those on one possession. So the offensive rebounds really have come in bunches for Fishers, and it was kind of around their runs. So, again, that's one area to really watch for the Trojans in the second half. Goodpaster picked up a second foul and had to go out. That kind of limited the size the Trojans had inside, so it'll be important that Goodpaster not pick up an early foul in the third quarter to be able to stay on the floor and provide some defense against McGrew.
We're going to take one quick break here. We'll be right back. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
22-20 is your halftime score here at the Vandermeer Gym at Center Grove High School. The Trojans with an impressive performance. We are getting close to start the third quarter. A couple of key things that we want to talk about that we talked about, we want to recap as far as keys to the victory. We talked a lot about the Trojans in the pregame show and being able to shrink the game, control the tempo and the possessions. And, Chris, I think they've done a pretty good job.
They really did. I'll tell you what, 3 turnovers in the first half, and didn't have one until 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Trojans and Coach Hahn have to be really pleased with that. Again, down 2, you'd taken that before the game started, but honestly, I thought the Trojans outplayed Fishers in the first half for the most part.
Fishers looked like a team that was trying to figure out some of the pieces without Gardner being there. Kind of like the Lady Trojans did when Grayson took those 2 games off during the winter break time period for illness. And Gardner, I mean, obviously he's not the engine, but he is one of the engine. He's one of the pistons for that team.
I think these first 3 minutes of this third quarter are going to be pretty important. I would anticipate Fishers comes out, tries to impose their will a little bit, maybe some more pressure defense.
I'm going to make a prediction here to start the third quarter. Fishers gets the ball, start the third quarter. They've not been able to really get any kind of extra energy. I'm going to be real cautious if I'm the Trojans, looking for a backdoor lob to McGrew on this first possession. A lot of teams have a start the second half with a bang type play. This could be a screen lob for the screener type play, so the Trojans need to be ready for some kind of quick hitter by the Tigers out of the halftime break.
He is starting at that high post, so he's in a prime position here. Fishers does inbound the ball. They're moving left to right on your screen. High screen from McGrew.
There he goes.
I think it was probably an option out of that.
Trojans did a nice job of recovery, though.
3-point attempt on the way. This one no good. Rebounded by Clint South. One other thing just to keep an eye on. Fishers had some success in that second quarter with that high post, low post activity. Trojans will need to defend against that. There's a backdoor cut. Reverse layup is good by Xavier Laney.
Laney made a great job of faking toward the perimeter and then immediately back cutting his man who was overplaying the passing lane. Quick 2 for the Trojans and have tied it early in the third.
Yeah.
There's McGrew inside. His layup is good.
Such a strong move. Talking about somebody reminds me of TJD. He's got the physique and kind of the body movement as a TJD.
And his body control on that move was fantastic.
Big 6'9" senior. Fishers.
Quick turnover.
They're going to get the shooting. They are going to call it a shooting foul.
No, they're going to call it down on the ground.
Did they call it? Okay, good.
Oh, that was on Goodpaster. That was his third. I thought they got Laney. They got Goodpaster. That's his third.
I think he's got to play through it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fakes it. McGrew with the 2-hand slam. So McGrew.
It's got to be tough that the shortest guy on the floor, second shortest guy on the floor, is able to get up there and rip that net off like that.
I wouldn't know.
To be that athletic. So Trojans did tie it up. A quick 4-0 run here by Fishers, looking for an answer with 6:40 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, execution. Offense, then poor defense.
Fishers is already up their defense. You can tell their defensive intensity is a little higher than it was toward the end of the second quarter.
South gives it to Baxter up top.
Yeah, Hillsman's all over Gabe way up there.
Chance to attack into the post. Nowhere to go with it now.
Good.
Heichelbeck comes to.
Now make a double move and get to the elbow.
I'm telling you, on each of those handoffs, Fishers is pushing the ball handler all near half court.
Well, they're going side to side. That's part of the problem and part of that's the defensive pressure, I admit. But part of it is it's just trying to look for the ball screen, and to get the high ball screen, you got to go more side to side than towards the bucket.
We're going to call a flop foul here on Cooper Zachary.
Well, we'll take that.
That was interesting. Laney.
No, they called it on Center Grove.
Charge. I thought first they called it on Zachary.
Called it on Xavier Laney.
Yeah, Laney's elbow was high there.
Coach Hahn is not real happy and says it was a flop. So Adam, he agrees with you.
Butler grads, we think alike.
Doesn't mean you're right.
Zachary, who's been held scoreless in this game, has the ball and dumps it up top. On the attack, Fishers up strong, no good. Laney with the backside
That was fantastic
rebound.
Defense by Baxter that time. Just
Absolutely.
was not going to give way.
And Laney was right there to clean it up. There was no hesitation. He blocked that. He went up strong and got it. Straight up.
Heichelbeck looks to
attack it. And see, South didn't see it, and it didn't drop down to the corner. if he would drop down the corner, Heichelbeck had him right there.
Well, Hillsman and McGrew in the lane are so long that the Trojans aren't able to get off any kind of floating shot or 10-foot or 12-foot shot inside. Like there, Goodpaster had a chance to go to the basket, and McGrew's length just made him a little intimidated. You could just tell.
Hillsman 3 in the corner. This one no good off the rim. Fights for the board. Fisher's a second chance opportunity. Deflected out by a combination of South and Heichelbeck, I believe.
I'm just looking at our scouting report, and it says make Hillsman a shooter because he can't hit anything, but he's not afraid to shoot it. He's taken, I think, 4 threes tonight and has not come close on any of them.
Coach, when you average 70 points a game or close to that, you can afford for anybody to shoot it once in a while.
I understand, but sometimes when you say, Coach, I'm open, the coach's response is, there's a reason you're open, son.
Well, this is true, but
Hillsman has it in the corner. He'll feed McGrew in the post.
Oh no, they're going to call that on. They're going to call that on Laney, be his third. Yep.
I think he might have. No, he did get Laney. I thought it was Baxter. Oh, that's tough because Laney and Goodpaster both now have 3.
Yeah. So now what does Coach Hahn do here? Does he go with Stark? I would assume Stark is him or Alvey are the next one off the bench here.
Yeah, I think Stark. Yeah, I would agree with you. Excuse me. 3-point attempt on the way. This one is good.
Walker.
That's Levi Walker. Coach Hahn wants a timeout, and it's a full timeout. We'll be back after this timeout break. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Don't buy the Duke, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
I mean, they're number 1 in the state for a reason, right?
We're back here on Inside the Lines Media Network. Fishers has gone on a bit of a run here. They're up 7. Chris, you were just saying you knew Fishers was going to up the intensity.
Well, Fishers, we knew we were going to up the intensity here in the third quarter. They're undefeated and ranked number 1 in the state. You don't get to that point by laying down when you're on the road, and the Trojans got an early bucket to tie it here in the third quarter, and then since then Fishers have gone on a 7-0 run. The Trojans have gotten a little loose defensively, committed a couple of fouls, have a couple of turnovers, and they're in a position where they really need a basket here to keep this from letting the Tigers stretch the lead out.
So Heichelbeck will bring it across half court for the Trojans. They do trail by 7 with 4 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the third quarter. South attacks, drives the basket. Left hand blocked, though. And Fisher's running.
Blocked that.
Oh, near travel, but they turn it over anyway. Baxter with the steal. Looked like Lahome got in the lane there with nothing to do.
I say the Trojans got a little bit of a break there. Lahome tying himself up, so let's see if the Trojans can get a good shot here. Hillsman and McGrew have really shut down the paint tonight. Another
Ball
near
deflected
turnover.
out. Yeah, that's one thing.
Zachary, quick hand on defense. You were talking earlier, Zachary hasn't scored tonight, but he has been pretty effective defensively.
You mentioned the impact of Hillsman and McGrew. I mean, a couple times even Laney attacked the basket, and he wouldn't go up with it. There's an opportunity, and that's Reese Oliver.
Trojans ran a nice little play there with the kind of clear out and got McGrew away from the basket and Hillsman away from the basket. And Zachary had to commit a foul to keep Oliver from getting an easy 2. Let's see if he can pick him up with the line here.
Oliver's first free throw is no good. It's the first missed free throw of the evening for either team.
I was going to say that earlier and decided not to.
Second one, no good as well. Missed opportunity there for Center Grove.
Disappointing to not get any points there after having a nice play to get toward the goal.
Fish is on the attack. Cooper looked like he was going to try to draw a foul on the shot.
What a
Nice
pass.
jump pass to Hillsman.
That was a fantastic find by Zachary.
So Fisher's still on their run here. 11-2 run in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. I think if you're Coach On, you knew the run was going to come at some point. It's how do you respond now?
Well, the Trojans scored their first possession in the second half and haven't scored since, so it's time to figure something out offensively.
Eichelbeck attacks, corner kick, South, 3 on the way, no good.
This has been the issue for this team, is that they can't be consistent for 40 minutes.
Yeah, that was a good, 32 hopefully, but.
Well, 32, excuse me.
That basket good by Lahome.
Big turn there. Trojans finally got an open 3 with a chance to cut the lead down, but weren't able to knock it down, and 2 points on the other end, and all of a sudden it's an 11-point game.
Step back jumper airballed. And a Center Grove turnover.
That was 100% McGrew right there.
Yep.
You can see Alvey did not want to drive against McGrew. McGrew put his foot in the ground, and Alvey tried to shoot over him and left it about 2 feet short on the 17-foot jumper.
Oliver and Eichelbeck will take a breather for your Trojans. So you have South, Alvey, Laney, Goodpaster, and Baxter on the court.
Trojans show a little bit different look here defensively.
Yeah, almost a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, I would say a 2-3 zone or a 2-1-2. With McGrew out, they can afford to try to do something a little different.
They force a turnover out of it. On the attack, going for the dunk was Laney, and he's fouled.
I like the aggressiveness.
He had some
authority. I would have brought the house down.
Yeah. I want to thank Ashley Cheney for watching us tonight.
So Trojans had an opportunity at the line a moment ago, couldn't capitalize, to see if they can inch a little closer here with Laney's free throws. First one is good. A couple changes for Fishers here as Lahome and Walker will take a break. We have
Hopkins made a little bit of a difference in the first half there defensively for Fishers.
So Laney with all 4 points in the quarter for the Trojans. Minute 38 to play in the third. It is 24-33. Fishers has extended the lead a bit here. Trojans remain in that 2-3 zone. Coach, what's the thought process here, switching up to the zone?
Try to keep things in front of you. Try to take away the back cuts. Be able to cover areas better. Play guys in an area and have responsibility for those areas theoretically helps cover those spots better.
Well, Fishers has only made 1 3-pointer tonight. So make them show you they can shoot it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and you just saw it right there. Fishers is so patient that with them being as patient as they are, this is a situation where I would be telling my team, they want to play 2-3, down 9 points, let them play 2-3. I'll keep it out here. I'll get them in a foul situation going in the fourth quarter. That's fine.
Yep.
So that's the negative of playing a 2-3 zone now, is it's too difficult to be able to capitalize. We got Haley Wagner down there getting the student section going.
So Fishers has balanced their scoring here in the third quarter. We got 4 different guys on the board for them. And McGrew and Walker, who took the lead in the first quarter, showing up again with combined for 7 here in the third.
Well, Coach, I think that's kind of why they went to the zone a little bit, because especially with McGrew out, and then the Trojans are able to play off a little bit. I don't expect that in the fourth quarter when he's back in there, but.
Ball kicked to the corner. I believe that's Breland 3, no good. They're going to get an over-the-back call on number 32. That's Max Hopkins.
So by that philosophy, Chris, just because you're playing until the guy gets in, are you using the philosophy that you're okay with the 9-point deficit going in the fourth quarter?
Yes, as poorly as they played in this quarter, I think if they're able to get a bucket here and be down 7, because the worst thing you want to do is turn the ball over here and give up an easy basket and then Be down 12 going to the fourth quarter.
Easy layup. Nice job by Grayson Alvey. The Trojans were in trouble there, Chris. It looked like against that full court press.
Some patience, and Alvey pushed the ball, and Trojans get one of their only easy baskets of the night. The lead's back down to 7, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Fisher's now looking content here to take the last shot. Cooper Zachary, the ball up top. He has been held scoreless, but he has made a difference with distributing the ball, particularly the third quarter.
Well, that's interesting. The Trojans jumped out of their zone there for a little bit of a trap just to force the ball out of Zachary's hands.
Nice attack, good pass to a good D, but a strong finish by Hillsman. Final
again.
2 seconds. Gets it up, and good! Bucket counts.
That's
Alvey. At the end of our third quarter, it's 28-35. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At XO by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. XO by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in store.
We are back here. We're watching the shootout here. This fan has a chance for $100. Oh, off the rim and no good. All right, so one more quarter to go. The Trojans were down double digits. They've crept back in. They've got it to 7. Before we discuss what we anticipate in the fourth quarter, let's go ahead and thank our Inside the Lines Media Network broadcast sponsors, Ferguson Excavation, Gandalf Bats, Flory Contracting, and KC Custom Apparel. We appreciate all their help in allowing us to do this. Coach, fourth quarter, up and down third quarter for the Trojans. What do you anticipate the...
Well, up and down. I mean, the biggest challenge is Laney and Goodpaster both had 3 fouls, and at some point you got to play them with 4, so I would expect them to play the rest of this game unless they just can't because of conditioning and just how hard this game's being played physically. But honestly, if you're someone who just turned this game on, you go, oh, Center Grove's down 7, I don't think you realize how hard this Center Grove team has played tonight. And legitimately are in this game here. So if you just turned it on, stay with us. If you, for some reason, have been with us, stay with it because you never know what this is going to turn out. Now, he went for the backdoor alley-oop there.
Baxter attacks, is on the left post.
He had Hillsman into the shoulder and didn't go up. I'm kind of surprised.
Well, that leak that they've been a little bit afraid of tonight in the paint.
Alvey gets into the paint now.
Alvey's played well
Fadeaway
this half.
Jumper, no good. McGrew clears the rebound for Fishers. Into the corner, three-pointer on the way, no good.
Need a defensive rebound. South's going to get it.
It's going to be a tie-up, and it's going to remain Fisher's ball. Yeah, that's just one of those opportunities you got to. Well, actually, did I see the official point this way for a Center Grove ball?
I think he stopped it because I can't tell who's down on the floor. I think his leg got kind of trapped under South there. It wasn't really a foul on anybody. It's just they kind of got tangled up going for the rebound, and the official stopped it because he saw the injury. So I think the Trojans might have the ball here coming out of this little delay.
Let's take a quick timeout here, guys.
We'll be right back on Inside the Lines Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
So good to see Torrey Breland, the Fishers player, up on his own 2 feet. He's going to, with the assistance of the training staff, kind of limp off here, but never like injuries. It's part of the game. Fishers already impacted by that, it would appear, with Jason Gardner Jr. And Breland obviously in a little bit of pain, but
hopefully just a tough fall, and he'll be able to get back in there. We won't speculate on any injury. The Trojans will have the ball here against Fishers full court press. Another chance to get this lead inside 7. It's a third straight possession this quarter with a chance to cut the lead from 7.
Trojans a little more trouble here getting the ball across against that press, but they do break it here. Alvey hands off to Laney. Laney into the lane. He goes up and he's blocked.
Walker with a nice block. And if he didn't get it, I think McGrew would have gotten it right behind him. It's tough sledding in the lane for the Trojans in the half court tonight.
I want to thank Ava Grant, Courtney Weissar for joining us on the Facebook feed tonight.
Trojans inbound to Goodpaster. Looked to hand off to South, and now he will. South attacks. Nowhere to go with the ball, though.
Yeah, turn and face the bucket. If you're going to do that, turn and face up.
Go.
Yeah, Laney had him for a second. You're right, Chris, and lost it. Lost the advantage.
Your defender falls down. You got to go.
He's reaching in. You got to go up.
Cut by Baxter. Up strong with the right hand. No good.
Get it. Get it.
Goodpaster.
Here you go.
For the
Here you
rebound
go.
to get South an open
Here you
three.
go. Yeah.
Good! South, a three-pointer, cuts the lead to 4.
That was a great eye by Gabe to kick it out to Clint, and Clint was so patient. Little shot fake, step around, came back, and popped it.
Nice job by Goody keeping that alive with that deflection.
Hey, we got ourselves a ball game with 6 minutes to go. Can the Trojans get another stop?
Up top, Hillsman. This time he does not shoot.
I think he got told don't shoot that anymore.
Zachary with the ball.
First and second quarter, big guys can shoot the outside shot. Third and fourth quarter, be more selective.
Zachary might start to try to do something offensively here. Still being held scoreless.
Good defense by South.
That's great defense by Goodpaster. We got a held ball.
If I'm Center Grove, I am not calling him overrated.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. The student section giving Cooper Zachary a little overrated chant there, but I wouldn't give him reason to wake up.
Was it 19
he is a
points
sophomore.
game
We're
or
going to have to
something like
look
that?
at him for a couple more years, no matter what.
Attacks the basket, up strong with the left hand. And
There
just
you
like
go,
that,
kids. Straight to the bucket would finish with the left hand. That's a tough finish.
5:25 to play in the game. It's 37-31. Continued tough defense by Fishers.
Come back, rip.
Kick to the corner. Baxter does not shoot. He attacks high post.
Laney's not set.
Near turnover. Little chaos here, Coach, from Trojans offensively.
Yeah, lots of guys standing and watching whoever's got the ball. That's the concern I have right now.
South traveled, I believe.
You got Baxter out there standing. You had Alvey standing and watching. You had Clint standing and watching a little bit. Just not enough cutting, and that's what breaks down that weak side. And nobody was moving. We'll keep it here, obviously, with this 30-second timeout.
4:58 to go.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Girls Regional 5 championship game. Chris Clark will have the call. Chris Wood and Adam Ross there for the insight, with Chris with the expertise. There is the Gus Johnson on the broadcast. But guys, I'm excited for tomorrow night. This Lady Trojan team has worked their butt off all year. This is what they've worked for, and they have met every single challenge they've had all year.
Yep.
And how calm they played, Chris, in that last 4 minutes last Saturday night.
Yeah, they really showed their mettle against Franklin Central. Trailed most of the game. Had Grayson Gilliard go out for a few minutes with an injury when they were behind. We talked all season about who was going to step up when they needed it, and really everybody did while Grayson was out. Helped Trojans out, get them a little bit more battle-testedness as they go into regional tomorrow. Should be a great game. But we got to finish this one first. The Trojans played really well tonight. Chance to win this game against Fishers.
We're down to 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Trojans are down 6, 37-31. Laney with the ball at the top, kicks to the corner. South, another three on the way. Good!
That's South's spot, that corner three, and that's his fourth one tonight.
Yeah, that left corner on either end is patterned in spot this year. That's 14 points for Clint. Chris, we saw him come out on fire against Southport this year, but I think this is his strongest game. And he poked that one away.
Oh.
I think this is the strongest game he's had. Just his ability at the board as well as the perimeter. I thought he's played really well so far this game.
Yeah, I think he's also part of that is he's really played under control tonight, right? He's played within himself.
Yep.
Some of the other games, even when he's gotten on a roll, he kind of forces things, but he really hasn't done that tonight. He did a great job there to poke the ball away, but unfortunate that the ball went right to Zachary, who's going to go to the line, and you can just mark these up. He's a 90% free throw shooter. As much as I try to put the announcer jinx on him, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yep.
This kid's phenomenal, even when he hasn't been scoring tonight.
He's got the last 4 here for Fishers, though. Making an impact here when it counts. Full court pressure again applied by the Tigers.
Go, go, go.
Trojans have to continue to attack, Coach, I think, if they want to get back in this and have a chance to win.
Well, again, like you've got guys like there's a little bit more motion activity coming here, kind of looking to try to do some things.
South up strong, no good.
Yeah. Clint's doing such a good job tonight of keeping his head up and attacking hard off the dribble, dropping down to the corner when the ball comes from wing or from opposite side towards the ball side to have the better angle of the pass and get to his pattern and spot. I mean, again, I think this is Clint's strongest game of the year so far.
First free throw rims out, no good. 4 minutes exact on the clock in this fourth quarter.
This is one of those games you don't want to say, man, we could have won. And we played them well. This is one of those games that you want to say you beat number 1 in the state.
Yep. A little simulated three-quarter court pressure here.
Yeah, it's almost a 2-3, a 2-1-2. But it's man.
See if Fisher, I was getting ready to say, we're going to go to McGrew here. He hasn't seen the ball in a while.
Well, Alvey didn't rotate over from the weak side to take the paint away, and he just kind of curled through, and then a bad pass.
Unnecessary pass by Baxter there. Near turnover. 41-35, 3 minutes, 25 seconds to play.
Turn face.
Well, fourth quarter offense has been get the ball to South and let him work. Let's see if they do that again here.
Run some zoom action there. Pop it.
Corner 3 on the way. This one off the mark. Goody tried to keep it alive, but Fisher's out and running and an easy lay-in for Lahome.
See, that's what you risk if you don't knock down those threes. And Fishers is going to call a 30-second timeout. So what are they going to do here? Put some full court press, hard trap like they did in the first half, Chris?
I think they might back off. They've got an 8-point lead with 3 minutes to go. The Trojans have really struggled offensively in the half court. Really, the Trojans have broken the press a couple of times here in the second half and gotten easy baskets. I kind of anticipate Fishers might go to something a little different in the half court.
But it's not been the hard trap like we saw there.
Yes.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Just pester the heck out of him. Besides that, I mean, I could see him doing a box and one here, and the one would be on South right now, I think, and you take your chances with Laney because Laney's stuff is to the bucket where you've got help.
So Fisher's here for the final 3 minutes. They'll come out onto the court with all of their starters for this evening. Lahome, Zachary, Walker, Hopkins, Hillsman and McGrew. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
I was just going to say, I've been impressed with the coordinated student section tonight, sitting down during the timeouts and all standing up at the exact same time. Just nice atmosphere to see here tonight.
That comes from how well behaved and focused they are every day in the classroom.
I'm sure. Everybody ready for a nice 3-day weekend here when we get to February, right?
Yeah, seventh period was seventh period. They were ready to be done today.
I'm sure.
Trojans come out on the floor with Reese Stark as well, another three-point threat. South has the ball, looks to attack again. Hand off to Goody in the corner.
It's interesting they took Alvey out with the ball handling because they kind of go away, and they took Baxter out as well.
Nice attack, right hand, no
nice
good.
Nice putback. That was good action. Every time you're trying to curl, it's not just side to side. You're curling, trying to attack the elbows, and if you don't get it, then you float out and you kind of reverse it back. It's more of a weave action versus just straight side-by-side horizontally.
Trojans come out with a little more pressure defensively this possession, especially up high. We're down to 2 minutes exactly on the clock to go in this one. McGrew, cross-court pass.
Good recovery. Couldn't pick up the loose ball.
Walker on the drive. We're going to get a charge foul.
See, I thought that was a player. I thought that was on Clint, unless they called it player control, because I don't think Clint was even squared yet.
Yep. What's your call, Chris?
Looked like an offensive foul to me. Player left the floor with no idea what he was going to do with it. And again, as we'll say, it's at the other end of the floor.
So what you're saying is you're pro Center Grove and I'm anti-Center Grove, is what you're saying.
Hey, here's what I know. Center Grove's got the ball down 6 with a minute 45 left, and I'd have taken that before the game started.
Big possession right now, though. Baxter's back in.
Oh.
Oliver comes out. Turnover, though.
Hillsman left hand up and good.
Out of control, and he still got it to go. So now you're down 8 with a minute 27. That is not what you wanted. And this is not what you want either. Hahn needs a timeout here.
There.
Baxter's without a shoe. He blew a tire. We're down to a minute 14.
Baxter wants to know why they're not going to stop it. It's because it's not third grade basketball anymore. Keep your shoe on.
Hahn needs to call a timeout here and get him set. And that
turnover. Now a full timeout taken by Fishers. We'll be right back to wrap this up. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Don't buy the dude, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
Welcome back to Center Grove High School for the conclusion of this boys varsity matchup between the Fishers Tigers and Center Grove Trojans. Trojans have played them tough. They're not out of it yet. They do trail by 8 with a minute and 3 seconds to go, so a little bit of an uphill battle.
Want to thank Dwight Jones, the next Gene Sterator, and Eli Gilliard, and Nick Anderson all joining us on Facebook. Or should I say the next Chris Clark, because we have the next Gene Sterator here with us right now.
Hey, it's great to have some familiar names out there.
I tell you what, Eli does a heck of a job officiating. I still remember go back when he was a junior in high school, and he bonded with me on the sideline, and he didn't back down from me.
He does a nice job.
He does a great job.
I'll tell him that now so we get some help tomorrow in our final rec game of the season. So it's regular season rec game.
So it's 45-37, guys. We're down 8, 58.7. That's only our second team foul.
Super aggressive. Go for a steal on every pass here. If you don't get it, you're just going to have to go ahead and give the fouls.
3-possession game. You got to create
Laney's
more
got 4,
opportunities.
so Laney cannot foul.
I think Baxter was trying to get one there.
Laney's the one who's trying not to foul.
Timeout. Lahome gets the timeout, and Fishers. We're going to take a break. We are going to keep it here, for the final 49 seconds. So 49 seconds to go. Trojans still down 8. We talked about the fouls to give still. I think if you are Center Grove, you've got to find a way to create more possession. So at what point in time in this one, Coach, do you start fouling?
Well, I think you got to foul sooner rather than later. And I also wonder with Xavier Laney having 4 fouls out there, take him out, bring somebody else in like a Reese Oliver who's played well, scrappy on defense. Get him in there, get the foul. You're going to have to do it a couple of times. So you're basically playing 5-on-4 offense and defense if you keep him out there because you don't want Laney to foul. He's too important. So that way you bring him in after you get him to the free throw line. That's probably going to take you another 10 to 12 seconds to get these 3 additional fouls, don't you think, Chris?
Yeah, that's what I think. Maybe one trap and then go for a steal. Yeah. And if you don't get the steal right away, then that's when you foul. But, down 8, realistically, if you just play foul game only, it's going to be pretty hard to close that 8-point gap. So you really need to try to go for one trap before you go for the fouls, even though you do have a couple of fouls to give.
Well said.
Fishers will inbound the ball here. Deflected, and that's Oliver. Reese Oliver with the steal all the way to the basket. Foul's going to be called before the shot, though.
That's really a good foul by Fishers, too, because now the ball's – they also have 2 fouls to give. There's discussion of this being an intentional foul, but I think they're going to pass on that, which I agree with.
So Trojans do force that initial turnover. Create that extra possession here. South inbounds. Up top to Goodpester, just the outlet there. They've got to go
South.
quickly offensively.
Yeah.
South
Short.
forces a three, no good. Rebound,
Dunk it.
Goodpester up strong, good.
Okay, now you got to foul immediately. You're down 6. You got to get that cut off. There you go. I mean, that's the guy you don't want to foul, but
Well,
you got to foul.
to give. 2 fouls to give still, so
We're
no
down
harm
to
there.
30 seconds. 30 seconds left in this one, and the Trojans have made it a 2-possession game here. I think if you ask Coach Hahn coming into this one, if you're 2 possessions, a chance to win with 30 seconds to go, you'd be pretty pleased.
Yeah, he'll still be ticked because
They had a
they had
7-point
him.
lead early.
They had him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leaking out is Walker. He gives it up to Hillsman inside.
Oh!
Ball is
Left
blocked
hand,
by
left hand.
South, but
left hand. South left hand was on the lower part of his back.
He's shooting 2.
so Hillsman has struggled from the 3-point line tonight. We'll see how he handles the free throw opportunity here.
I'm going to guess nothing but net since he struggled so much from 3. The opposite of
Well,
IU.
they've not
shooting.
missed one tonight.
See?
First one is good.
I was trying to put it on him, but
Yeah, you're right. Fishers has not missed from the free throw line.
And most of this
9
crowd
for
has
9.
stuck around, guys, which is pretty awesome.
10 for 10. Yes, good crowd tonight. Good atmosphere.
One more home game left.
Hillsman, the second end here, the free throw opportunities. This one is off and no good. Rebounded by
Push.
Laney. All the way to the rim and one! Strong attack by Xavier Laney.
Hey, but Goodpester in here. Baxter's going to come in.
Just what the Trojans needed there. Lead down to 5. We're not done yet here.
Yeah, so you know you're going to foul immediately, which is going to allow Coach to bring Stark back in here.
Well, the Trojans just need to do everything they can to not let Zachary catch the inbound. Find someone else to foul. Got to knock this one down first.
No good. Goodpester bats it around, but it's taken in by Walker. So that will put Levi Walker on the line for 2.
Trojans is 3 for 7 from the free throw line in the second half.
That's 4 points right there. Make it a 1-point game if you'd knock those down. Walker's first free throw attempt is up and good.
He knocks this down. It's pretty difficult to come back.
Second free throw here for Walker now. It's good. He's had a strong game tonight. 10 points. Trojans struggle to get it in, but they do. They need to go
Stark
quick.
in the corner. Get it up here. Nope.
Down by 7. 3-point attempt on the way, and it's buried by Grant Aaron. Trojans not going away. Not easy.
We'll keep it here no matter what it's called.
8.9 seconds left. 4-point game, and exactly like you said, Chris, anybody catch this ball other than Zachary?
Well, at this point, I mean, if Zachary catches it, you've got to foul him, but
You do.
you're going to try. I would almost not even guard the ball and double Zachary to keep him from catching it. But with 8.9 to go, was that the Trojans' last time out? I didn't see if they told him or not. I
didn't
lost
see it
track.
either.
If it was their last time out, it makes it really difficult with needing 2 possessions in 9 seconds. But the Trojans have really played very well tonight. There's just been a couple of stretches where it's gotten away from them a little bit, but to hold Zachary to 4 points, all here in the fourth quarter, but they came at big moments when they needed it.
The third quarter in particular, they're held to
Yeah, so really encouraging.
6 points.
While we still have some time left, but really encouraging performance tonight from the Trojans, especially coming off a flat dud last Saturday.
Yep.
And we're going with the football play by Fishers here with all 5 players out of bounds, which you can only do after a made basket.
And there's Zachary on the inbounds. He takes it.
And they basically ran the wide receiver screen. Zachary comes underneath the 4 players going long.
I think that's the jet sweep is more what it is there. The Omar Cooper Jr.
Very well designed to get your 91% free throw shooter to the line.
His first attempt is good.
He's so good from the line. If he touches the rim, it shouldn't count.
Couple changes for the Trojans as Gabe Baxter and Braden Goodpaster will take a seat. Second shot is good.
Man, so smooth. He's just a sophomore, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, student section should not have taunted him earlier.
Yeah, he was scoreless before that, and he's had 6 here in the 4th. 7.9 seconds to go. South's got to hurry. Gets it up. Grant Aaron, another 3-point attempt on the way. This one short. Rebounded by Walker, and that's going to do it, folks. Final score in this one. The Fishers Tigers 50, your Center Grove Trojans 44. We'll be back to wrap this one up. You are watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
Prom is a milestone, and finding the right look should feel just as special. At Exo by Sophia's, we offer designer prom dresses, including exclusive styles you can't find anywhere else. Our experienced stylists will help you find the perfect fit and vibe from dress to tux, so everyone feels confident and comfortable. When you shop local, you're choosing quality, personal service, and a memorable experience. Exo by Sophia's. Follow along online and say yes in store.
7 o'clock tip.
Welcome back to Center Grove High School on Trace Jackson Davis jersey retirement ceremony night. Trojans came up just short in this one, 44-50. A valiant effort, though. I think if you're Coach Hahn, they've got some building blocks here. Coach, always tough to lose any game, but I guess if you're Coach Hahn in this one, how do you feel going into the locker room right now?
I mean, you compared to how you played against Noblesville, you got to know your guys' battle tonight. And at this time of year, you just got to feed off of that, and you got to build off that for next game. That's the reality of it. So, I mean, you had it. You had opportunities there, and you haven't been able to say it a lot this year. So, build off of this. I mean, you got to be disappointed, but at the same time, you got to use tonight as a teaching point that, look, guys, we can do this. We can play like this. And you have example after example tonight. So, from that standpoint, I think it'd be great. Obviously, Chris will have some scoring here for us in a minute as well, hopefully.
Yeah, Chris, a lot of weapons on that Fishers team. A lot of options to score for them.
Yeah, what's amazing is how balanced Fishers was tonight, especially. McGrew had 12 when he was the leading scorer. Walker had 10. Wilhelm had 9. Pilsman had 9. Zachary, who we thought coming in was going to be the big scorer, with just 6, but he had all 6 in crunch time in the fourth quarter. 2 out of Breland and 2 out of the other Breland. So the brothers with 2 points apiece. For the Trojans, South played really well tonight, had 15, hit 4 threes. Laney with 11. Goodpaster with 7. Alvey with 4. Aaron with 3. Oliver hit a free throw, and Heichelbeck had 5. So really, as Coach said, I thought the Trojans played pretty well tonight. I only had them unofficially for 8 turnovers against a team that's as strong defensively as Fishers is. That's really a good performance. What stinks a little bit in that is some of those came at critical points. So that's just something the Trojans will need to clean up as they go down the stretch. But really, a strong performance, even though in a loss, a great atmosphere tonight with a good crowd. So while it's a loss and it hurts to fall to 7-11 for the Trojans, really an encouraging performance to know that you can play well, especially against good teams, as we get much closer to sectional time.
Our final score in this one is Fishers 50, Center Grove 44. We do want to thank our sponsors, the Inside the Lines Media Network broadcast sponsors, Ferguson Excavation, Gandalf Bats, Flory Contracting, and KC Custom Apparel. Before we conclude our broadcast, we do want to talk about tomorrow's event that we have the honor of being part of and being the broadcast, being able to broadcast the Center Grove Girls Regional Championship game. Chris, what can we look forward to tomorrow? And we'll start our broadcast, I believe, tomorrow at 6:40 p.m.
It's going to be a fantastic night. if you have the ability, get yourself to Greenfield Central tomorrow night. If you don't, find us on Inside the Lines Media Network. Again, we've got some great sponsors that are taking care of us this weekend. Leidy Law is taking care of us tomorrow, so it will be a free stream for the viewers again tomorrow night. So please check it out. We've got 2 top 10 teams playing in a regional championship in a game that's going to feature, obviously, Grayson Gilliard, but we've also got Anaya. I cannot remember her last name at the moment for Pendleton Heights, but she's a 6-foot player that averages over 22 points a game and 13 rebounds. She's going to be a force that the Trojans are going to have to deal with. And so it should be a great night. There should be a good crowd on hand at Greenfield Central and a fantastic night for women's basketball in the state tournament.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Coach, any thoughts on the girls' game tomorrow as well?
Well, I don't know if I can handle as much excitement as we had last Saturday night at this time because I thought they rocked it. So we'll see how it goes. I expect the girls to come out ready to play tomorrow night, but honestly, I expect Pendleton Heights to come out ready to play tomorrow night. So we'll kind of see how that first half plays out. I think Center Grove is back to about as healthy as you can be this time of year. Haven't heard anything this week about any injuries, so they all looked good tonight when you're out there walking out, being recognized on the court during the game tonight, and wishing them luck. So again, as Chris said, get out there. Chris will have the call tomorrow night on that, and Adam and I will be in our roles of expressing our opinions, which I don't think, Adam, you've had a chance to do this year.
I have not.
So
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a new side for you on that. So
looking forward to it.
But it should be a great night. And again, get out there if you can. If you can't get out there, then make sure you watch us at Inside the Lines Media Network as the official home broadcaster of the Center Grove girls this year. So it will be our last girls game with video of the year no matter what, because if the girls do win, or better I say when they do win, not if but when, semi-state and finals are audio only. So we'll have the broadcast in those situations, but we won't have a live video feed. That goes exclusively from that point forward to IHSA TV network.
And those will be pay-per-view videos. So
those are pay-per-view.
If you aren't
unless you're
inclined
on
to make
Xfinity
those,
or something like that.
If you aren't inclined to pay for that, then yes, please be ready to tune in and listen to us old school style audio only.
Yes. So, Adam, my understanding is that you literally got off a plane around 4 o'clock this afternoon, rumor has it.
So I actually was able to move it back to yesterday, thank God. So I was a little concerned about it, but,
Still making your way to get home here to be with us tonight.
Always enjoy it.
We appreciate that.
I think every game that you have done has been really strong. I thought tonight, dude, you rocked it.
Awesome.
Great job tonight. Thank you for what you did for a special night for TJD and taking the leadership tonight. I really appreciate that. So great job by both of you, and appreciate doing the broadcast with you. And thanks to everybody out there who watched our broadcast tonight.
Yeah, always appreciate it. I know Chris and I are both feel really humbled and proud to be part of this, and look forward to continuing it and seeing it grow. We'll go ahead and wrap this up this evening. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We look forward to being able to bring you a broadcast tomorrow evening for the Girls Regional Championship. For Adam Ross, I am Adam Ross, for Chris Wood and Chris Clark, you've been watching Inside the Lines Media Network.
When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Some see a high school football stadium, we see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. Hey sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way.
Don't buy the dude, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.